Welcome, fellow geeks. Good evening, and we are back with another episode of Tabletop Treasure Hunters. For those of you who are not aware of what Tabletop Treasure Hunters is, this is our homebrewed Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign, where we have 12 players representing 4 different guilds competing against each other for the most glory, aka renown. Although this is our homebrewed campaign, we are playing in the setting of Galarion, and we are using the rule set of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which is owned by a company named Paizo. So many of the deities, names, locations, and the actual rule set is all owned by them. So thank you very much, Paizo, for providing us with an awesome game to play. With that out of the way, let's talk about the awesome cast that we have with this evening. We've got the Foresight faction and the Powder Pact with us tonight. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves to kick things off. So, Shelby, why don't you tell us about you and tell us about Evelyn?
Hello, I'm Shelby Hall. I am a TTRPG GM, player, and streamer, as well as a variety streamer over on Twitch. You can find me mainly on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Shelby is a Nerd Everywhere. Over here, I play Evelyn Vesper, who is a seer elf, fortune-telling oracle, curse of the cosmos. She is a very lithe elf who has this massive purple hair that floats about her as if it's defying gravity itself. And she's been known to summon skeletal dogs and float up into the sky randomly, and oftentimes doesn't know what's going on. Oh, and everyone might think she's evil. We're that.
She just summons a few undead.
Yeah.
She's in league with Satan.
Glad to have you here, Shelby. Thank you. Ian, tell us about yourself and tell us about Sokra.
Yes. I am Ian. I go by Cashness on the intertubes, specifically on YouTube. I have a channel where I do tech edutainment type things, as well as a snazzy new project that I have had like barely any time to talk to people about, but I'm here and I'm excited about it, so I'm gonna tell you all. I'm doing D&D audio dramas on a channel called Tales by the Tavern Fire. It's new, it's experimental, it's fun, go check it out. And I will be playing Sokra, who is the Tengu investigator, who is very insistent and determined when it comes to making sure that everybody files the proper paperwork and checks the right boxes to make sure that we can do this the right and proper way.
Very nice. Love Sokra. Glad to have you here, Ian. Thank you. Bill, start us off for the Powder Pact. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about Bravegut.
Hello, my name is Bill. I'm a podcaster. I make a show called Escape This Podcast, where we do tabletop escape rooms with guests. We also have a show called Solve This Murder, where I try and solve murder mysteries. It's much harder than escape rooms. It's much harder. I don't know why I do it. I am playing Bravegut Grim Kitchen, who is a 42-year-old professional chef turned alchemist who works for the Powder Pact. And he is excited to go on this mission, but I don't know if he's as excited as Midge.
Midge is so excited. Midge basically cried in order to get onto this mission. There were rumors of a dragon, so Midge the Kobold is thrilled to be here. Can I just go into my own spiel?
It was a great segue. Yeah, tell us about M, and tell us more about Midge.
So Midge is a very young kobold rogue who also dabbles in spells, because one thing is never enough. She has a very treasure-hungry mindset and would like to acquire a hoard someday, and is also on a quest to find the perfect hat. So you can find me wearing a different hat every single stream. My name is M. I stream and play games with people online because I really like TTRPGs. So if you need a cast for a one-shot, hit me up. That's
Wonderful.
That's me.
Glad to have you here, Bill and M. Thank you. Yeah, fantastic cast we have with us this evening. Should be a fun session. I am Chase. I am with Level 1 Geek, and I am the game master for this campaign. So that is us for tonight. So enough about us. Let's talk about you, chat. Welcome, everybody. For those of you who are not familiar with the show, we have a whole bunch of chat interactions that you guys can do for Tabletop Treasure Hunters. You can use the command !engage to check those out, or if you want a more detailed description, you can go to level1geek.com, check out our section for tabletop treasure hunters. It's got everything there, but we've got blessings, which are passive boons that the players will keep throughout the entire session. Very powerful. Speaking of, Bill, Bravegut's been blessed by Toby with the blessing of Gozra, minor blessing of Gozra there. So I'm going to put this up for players to read while we talk about the rest. We've got this affirmation bar up here at the top. You guys can put that in either direction with our channel points, aka mana points. If you put it towards the villains get bonuses to their rolls. If you put it towards the heroes get bonuses to their rolls. And if you exceed that bar past the maximum +2, it converts into hero or villain points. Hero points are used by your heroes to do awesome things like cheat death. Foresight faction does things like boost skill rolls. The powder pack does things like boost attack and damage rolls. And me as the villain point user does things like make the players' lives more difficult. So lots of fun things to do with them. I will put this piece of information out here. This is the most dangerous session so far this season. So take that how you will when deciding if you would like to give hero or villain points. And yeah, that's what we got. We got some more fun stuff. We've got a little guild bag that you can send some things through their bags of holding. Check it all out through our chat descriptions. And if you can't find it there, I'm sure people in the stream here will tell you how it works, because we got a lot of regulars that know how it works, and they go either very heroic or very villainous. So we'll see what everybody does tonight. Okay, so with that, just before we start, I want to say thanks to a few people. Tons of work goes into this campaign. I want to say huge thank you to everybody in chat tonight, all of our supporters, subscribers, Patreons, anybody who shares our content around, anybody who's just here supporting us. We can't do this without you guys. Also, a big thank you to our sponsors this season, Knights of the Steel, who provided our beautiful character art via their artist, Christiana Leone. You guys can see that rotating here on the screen. Awesome character art this season. Also, a big thank you to Level 1 Gamers and Die Hard Dice, who do some awesome giveaways from time to time, typically during our arenas. And then also a big thank to Che and Peku, because we are using a lot of their pretty maps during this season. And we've got one of their animated ones tonight that's going to come up, and it's very pretty. So big thank you to everybody there. Big thanks to the team who helps put this together. And with that done, let's jump in to voting. Now, during this...
Sorry, Chase, you did forget the one other chat interaction, which is that if you all donate 10,000 bits by the end of this stream, a dragon will appear, and he's cast a spell that makes all of our characters swap bodies. And so we'll all be playing each other's characters, and we'll have a whole big anime moment about it. So it's up to you. If you want to donate 10,000 bits collectively, we'll all body swap, and I'll be Evelyn, and Shelby will be Midge, and Em will be Sokra, and
you would love to be Evelyn, wouldn't you? You're gonna try to conjure Satan.
Well, for 10,000 bits, I bet we could put a body swap moment in the session.
I've always wanted an anime moment, so.
Very good. This is less dangerous than Gunnar flipping on the party, which is what Bill threw out last time. Yeah, Bill is known for making me do accents I'm not good at, and also doing random bits bounties, and it's excellent. And we love having him on.
Hey, everybody, for 100 bits, you get to nominate the accent of the NPC that Chase next has to voice. That's a new reward. I've introduced it right now. It's canon. You just share 100 bits with an accent attached, and Chase has to do it straight away.
Look at that.
Or else you get all your bits back.
Bill knows how this works, and it's great.
This is how you make money on Twitch.
Yeah, thanks for that, Bill. So yeah, I'll do an accent for bits. Why not?
Get in there.
But while we think about that, let's go to our first vote. So the winning currency for this season, is renown. In the past, we've had gold, but this season it's all about who earns the most renown, and the players earn renown by either winning in the arena or by votes from you viewers here. So we're going to put up our first poll in a minute. We'll have 3 polls throughout the session, 1 right now, 1 during our break, and 1 at the end of the session. We total them all together, and whoever wins that poll between these 2 guilds will get a bonus renown at the end of the session. So Powder Pact, go ahead and give us your pitch. Tell us about, just coming right out of the gate for this session, why should the people vote for the Foresight faction?
So did
Did you say the power
I
pack?
think I
Why
swapped
people
it.
voted for
I
Foresight?
meant Foresight faction.
People should
Okay.
vote for the Foresight faction because, look, sure, they like to beat up children in the street. That's, but if you get past that, they're quite nice people. No.
We'll let you guys do your own
you can
pitch.
keep going. So what I meant to say, Foresight faction, tell us why people should vote for the Foresight faction.
Oh, well, if you want to vote for us, we do a lot of good work to help out whenever we've got these missions. You see, I went ahead and I had a fortune-telling session that would help us out, and I pulled 2 specific cards that I think will give us some insight. Oh, it will be a very interesting session. Yes, it will.
Well, yeah, those are usually really good, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they really help to keep us all safe and let us know what's going on. In my free time, I like long walks on the beach and reuniting people with their dead pets, so they can finally get that closure. We just really care. I don't know, I've gone off script. I'm not very good without one. Sogra?
Yes. I mean, it's very unfortunate that we don't have Connie here to really help seal the deal. But we are offering free accounting services at Skate Home. It's really great. If you sign up with a new account, you'll be able to get your insurance. You'll be able to get your accounting done for you, and it's a really great service. We have great people, and that's why you should vote for the Foresight faction, is because of our accounting services and the fox that isn't here.
You also get a hero card reading once you're done with your accounting, and then you get to give head scritches to Kona.
That is true. We did get Kona sitting outside the front gate, and man, that fox can sell insurance. It is crazy.
Pardon me, did you say you are doing free accounting? Because I must say, it is a devil of a time trying to keep track of Gilgamesh's accounting.
I can imagine. Where does he get the money for those robots things next?
We don't ask.
We don't talk about it.
We just acknowledge that he's there and he has a new little house. And we say, oh, what a wonderful little house you've got. I hope you didn't steal it from anybody. And we laugh before he can answer and we walk away.
And then he calls me his accountant. But I have no idea what's happening.
Lines of credit?
I don't. What an excellent question. I'm terrified to find out, but if I could just pass them on to you, my goodness, I would give you Foresight faction votes all day. However, if it's not free, then I don't think that I could do that.
I mean, it's very free. It's effectively free after you get, with that great insurance deal that we offer as a package with the free accounting.
Oh, that's how you get people. I understand. Tricky. I appreciate that in a person.
The hero card reading and the head scritches are 100% free once you've gone through the accounting service.
Oh no. Those actually come with a very hefty price. My heart.
Oh, they come with the price of your heart. I'm confused. Why don't we talk about ourselves, brave guts? What do people like about us? To be honest, I'm not very sure.
Look, the thing is, we're not here to offer free services to people. Look, if you want to vote for us, you're voting for us because you believe in the passionate pursuit of science and knowledge throughout the land.
And discovery.
Also explosions. If you like it when things blow up, right, you should vote for us and join in our revelry sometimes.
Wait, why would you like explosions? Those cost money.
Yeah, you see.
Well,
look at
Property
these.
damage is a real problem, let me tell you.
You don't want to vote for those dorks over there. You want to vote for us. They don't even like it when things explode.
I beg to differ. I explode skeletons all the time.
No, it's too late now. Your guild's stance on the matter has been clearly...
First, you turned down trade negotiations, and now you're talking about property damage? So irresponsible.
We're very responsible. We can always build back what we explode. Oh, and by the way, I brought some things for you.
Yes, we do have gifts.
It's now a good time for me to give some things around. I've heard this is going to be quite a dangerous job.
Yes,
it's a great time. Yeah, okay. Go for it.
Sokra, I've made this bandolier just for you, and as you can see, it is stocked with a variety of potions. These elixirs, I do hope, will help keep you alive when we are in the thick of things today.
That's very helpful. I'm going to hope that I don't need these, but in a good way.
Yes, exactly. I hope we don't get hurt at all. Oh, and Evelyn, I made one for you, and do you see... It took me all night, which is why I'm a little tired, but I stitched little tiny bones all along it. I hope you enjoy it.
I do. Are they just random bones, or do they make a body?
No, they make a body. I'm so glad you asked. Yes, and I put them in order from alphabetical. So I thought for a bit that I would do it from size, but alphabetical seemed to make the most sense.
Quite an interesting creature.
Yes, and also as a show of support, this morning I've brewed you up a wonderful cup. It's in a thermos here of tea that for I knew we were traveling with the Foresight faction. I thought you would appreciate the fact that this tea allows you to see the future. So if you'd like to see the future, I have tea just for that special dream time tea that allows you to. Oh no, it would add to your general sooth-seeking abilities.
Well, I must say,
you ask the cards, you ask the tea. The tea and the cards,
seen
they
our
confer.
Future, and it's a little bit harrowing, actually.
Because it's a hero deck. I get it. That's so clever, Evelyn.
Oh, I didn't even realize what I'd done. Well, actually, though, I am a little bit worried. It seems that this will be quite dangerous.
Oh, do tell me more.
Are any of you immune to petrification?
What?
I mean, I've never been petrified, so maybe.
I'm too young to be petrified.
You're talking. Okay. You're talking about the kind of petrification where there's just like something really scary going on. You're like, oh, I'm petrified by all of these red numbers on this balance sheet, right? That's what you're talking about, right?
I think so.
Evelyn?
Yeah.
Close.
Is it the one where you turn to stone?
Yes, that's the one.
Oh.
What about fire or acid?
I mean,
well,
no.
the damage, not the drug.
Do I need to leave my good forms at home? Is this one of those things where all my paperwork is going to get burned? Because
I would recommend against bringing all of your paperwork with you, Sakura, when interacting with fire spirits and dragons.
How am I supposed to document what happens? What if we make an agreement with one of these fire spirits and nobody's there to jot down what they agreed to?
Sakura, don't you have a transmitting tablet yet?
Yes, it's all the rage back in Absalom.
I could craft you potentially a transmitting tablet where you could take all of your documentations down and it automatically copies it back to a tablet back at your place of work.
Okay, that
low risk.
Definitely sounds wonderful. Please do say more.
I'll talk to you about it later. I do believe we have a job
actually
to get
an
done.
item.
Ian, I did not know about this, and like, I need one now, though. That sounds awesome.
You absolutely need a transmitting tablet. I made it up. I didn't know that it was a real item. So I'm glad it actually exists.
Yeah, I thought you were just like bullshitting.
It's not called a transmitting tablet. I can't remember the name of it, but there is an item that does that. That does exist.
Oh, I love it.
I would have to help you on our next downtime.
Yes, we need to talk more. There's business to be had.
Business to be had, indeed.
This is how we negotiate. Yes.
Oh, speaking of negotiations, who was doing the negotiating when it comes to talking to the dragon? Sorry.
We're all going, aren't we?
Oh, yes, of course.
Won't we all talk to the dragon?
Sorry, I'm just a bit...
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I would love to talk.
You've been acting a little strange ever since the dragon come up. Is this one of those things where you don't want to be a part of things because you're, is there anything we need to know about?
No, see, I'm a kobold, so I'm a descendant of a dragon, but I've never actually had the opportunity to meet a dragon before, and so this is really a dream come true for me.
Oh, okay.
This will likely be my most important job I ever go on for the entire competition. I do hope I don't die on it.
Oh yeah, well, I'm more worried about all of us turning to stone because, you see, I sort of glimpsed stone statues that looked very much like all of us.
Okay,
No.
Evelyn, if you're going to tell the future, can you at least tell us the good fortunes?
We
Can
were
you find
very
something a little more
good-looking.
encouraging? Because
We looked wonderful.
Yes, look, Sokra, maybe we do so well that the people hear about it and they craft statues in our honor.
Oh.
I did spend extra time this morning pruning my feathers to make sure that I would,
There we are.
we would be able to be presentable to the dragon. But like,
So
It
we're
was
all
like an
fine.
action shot for all of us.
Exactly.
I had my hand up, and Sokra, you had your forms, and Bravegut was launching some sort of potion. And Midge, well, I haven't really seen you fight yet, but you looked really cool too. But you had your hat still.
Was it this hat that I had? Because I've never worn this one before.
Yes, it was.
Oh.
No, look, we'll be fine.
Oh, Bravegut, I'm a bit afraid.
Don't be afraid. Think of the dragon, Midge. Look forward to
yes,
you know, I
of
as an Isoki, I'm a descendant of a rat, but I see a lot of rats every day. It's the glamour has worn off that particular interaction. So I hope you'll enjoy seeing a dragon for the first time.
I do hope so. Well, I suppose we ought to be on our way.
Yes, I believe we need to meet a man from Auckland.
All the
Let's
eyes
go.
slowly turn to Chase. Is it Auckland?
It's in
Are we
Auckland.
there currently?
Nope, you guys not there yet. Okay, couple updates. Number one, Foresight faction won the first vote. Wonderful pitches into roleplay. Love it. They're up by 3 votes, not over yet. 2 more throughout the session. Also, before we jump in, I saw questions about these dice between Evelyn and Sokra here. So we had a community challenge a little bit ago that you guys completed to give all of our guilds some special abilities / goodies. This is one of the Foresight factions. They get to roll 3 dice at the beginning of the session, and they can replace those dice with rolls for allies or enemies throughout this session. So they have 3 replacements, an 18, a 12, and a 2. That's just the base dice roll they can replace. So that's what that is there. We'll be taking those away as they use them. Bravegut and Midge have a whole bunch of tech goodies, such as a bomb launcher. So that's what we got there for the community challenge.
thanks, Chad. You're awesome. Also, I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to using that too. It's gonna be great.
The bomb launcher.
So good.
Evelyn, I can't wait until Evelyn sees the bomb launcher in action.
It's going to be
So,
great.
Just
You
light
guys have
bulbs, like-
prepped for your mission. You guys got all your goodies together. You headed out from Absalom using your lightning griffs. Quite a long journey over to the Kodar Mountains. And you rested just at the base of the mountains before, making sure you got a good night's rest before you go see the dragon. You are traveling with Nyx. Nyx is a beastkin who's been a associate of the Foresight factions for about 5 years. He was picked up by Dura and Wiz, guarding the shrine where Arbiter Themis's big power was gained from. He was supposed to be a guardian, keeping it safe, and he was going to help them contain it and take it away from somebody else who had obtained it. But instead, Arbiter Themis betrayed everybody and took the power for herself and left. So now he's been working with the Foresight faction to try to figure out a way to get away from Arbiter Themis. As we know from the last session, the power is no longer with Arbiter Themis, but with her Neemas Dante, who turned into some huge cataclysmic looking beast and then disappeared. So you guys are traveling here to the base of the Kodar Mountains. You got a very nice rest with a friend of Evelyn and Sokra's, Gunnar the Wainwright. Gunnar, met them at the tavern. There was drinks to be had, good food to be had, and it was a good time seeing an old friend. And so we're going to go ahead and we are going to begin this session at the base of the Kodar Mountains after you have rested with Gunnar. And you guys are following Nyx, and Nyx has told you of a invisible staircase at the base of these mountains that leads up a very long ways up to the peak of the mountain. And that is where this dragon that he knows, who he says is named Fravina, and you guys are going to go meet her up this staircase. I saw the bits for the Kiwi accent. I'm not exactly sure what a Kiwi accent is, so I'm going to do my best with this. At the you guys get to the base of the mountain here, and Nyx is leading the way. Now, I think that the staircase is just about here up ahead, by that bird over there that's landed. And as you guys approach here with Nyx, you see this little tiny Kiwi bird, which is actually out of place.
Oh, we're doing a bird, are we?
And oddly enough, when you get there, it hops on a couple legs and turns towards you, and it speaks. You going up the mountain? Are you gonna go see the dragon?
My mother said I should never talk to birds that I don't know.
I think Evelyn's just like holding her finger out, like, "Hello, little bird."
I'm right here, Midge.
I know you.
Well, yeah,
It
you know
looks
me
up with
now.
Goes
You
hopping
did
up
send
and
me that letter before you we had gotten to do anything, though.
Oh, but I felt like I knew you all along.
goes hopping up on Evelyn's foot, and it looks straight up at her.
Oh, my foot.
Watch your step. You don't want to fall and die. Okay, bye.
Oh,
And it goes flying away.
goodbye.
Did it say watch your step or else we're going to die?
Yes, well, I
Oh,
think it was.
yes.
I think really it was just here for its own business. I don't think we need to pay too much attention.
Oh, that was odd. But we'll be fine, I assure you. It's a long staircase up, but it's wide, and I've never fallen before. Very well. Follow
You
me.
realize why that's not good reasoning, right? It really only takes one bad fall. Let me tell you about some of the people that I work with. Very elderly, they do not get up after falling.
He walks up very calmly to Sokra, and he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he looks you straight in the eyes. You have courage in you. You're with the tribe of Dura and Wizwazar. You'll be fine. And then he pats you on the shoulder, and he just walks straight ahead, and then you start seeing him ascend up as he takes his steps, and you can hear a thud beneath his feet, even though it appears that he is walking on air. And you can see up to this peak of the mountain. You can't even see the top of it. There is clouds blocking where this ends, and he starts walking up.
No.
Midge, come on, let's go.
Oh, this
And-
is bad.
How tall is Brave Gut? Is he small?
Brave Gut is
Or medium.
3'6". He's 110 centimeters.
Okay. So I think Evelyn is once again maybe the tallest. I can't remember how
think so.
tall Sokra is.
Soka's 2
Um,
feet tall.
Not huge, not tiny.
Okay. So Evelyn probably just like extends it. She just extends a hand down to Midge. Come on, it will be okay.
Oh, thank you. Yes, of course it'll be fine. And then her little bag swells up. Oh, I think I have something from my guild. Maybe it'll be vision glasses for stairways. And I'll open my little guild bag and pull out a mysterious letter.
Yeah, and it's like rapid fire. All your guild bags start getting gifts just right in a row.
And perhaps
So-
we all got glasses.
Let's start with Midge. So you got the mysterious letter. So I'm going to share this with you guys here. And then, Midge, would you be kind enough to read this out loud to everybody?
Oh, I would adore that.
There it is. Did that pop up for you guys?
Salutations, Teal. This pill must be quite important to have a dimensional receptionist. Or are you a spouses, perhaps? Immediately, Midge looks around. Is Teal and Peel married?
Oh.
That doesn't seem right to me,
I
but
feel
I
like
don't
that
know
would
what's happened
explain
since
some things,
during the
but not anything I can put my finger on.
Wait, can I see that?
Yeah, oh, sorry, I'll finish reading it. It says, please answer my last question. What is your plane of existence? Also, please send something very dry. Much gratitude, Vinasis. Here,
Oh.
yes, of course. You may take a look.
We got a letter from this guy on our last mission with Teal. No, Teal's not married to Pure, but I think she's in love with X.
But wouldn't Pure and Teal be just the cutest?
Well, they would, but Teal is in love with X.
Oh, of course. Matters of the
So,
heart. I'll understand
yeah.
one day, I suppose.
You don't choose who you fall in love with, I guess.
Yes,
I
and
don't know.
Piob is in love with a small stuffed rat that he found in a dumpster.
To be fair, they
Yes.
make a really cute couple.
They do get along very well. Takes it with him everywhere.
Pube would be make a great couple with basically anyone, but like, this is worth drawing attention to.
Yes. Also interesting to note that the first letters of each of the sentences in this letter spell out "stop wham." So if we see wham, we might need to stop them.
That's an excellent point, Bravegut. You always have a clever mind. I respect that so much about you. Now, do you have anything really dry on you, Bravegut?
Really
Perhaps
dry?
a Nutra Valley bar?
What? Sorry, why do you ask?
I just have to send something back to this fine ass, this fellow. Though I don't know if I'm going to say what plane of existence we're on. It seems like a good way to be attacked.
We do not know. Yes, so last time Teal responded, and I did not think that she should have, because the letter was meant for Pyob, and it's not nice to respond to other people's mail for them. But I guess this fine asses thought it was fine, but we don't know what they're after, and it just gives me a worry.
Oh, yes. What an excellent point. But you two look at your items and I'll scribe back a quick response.
Yes,
I mean, if you're looking for something that dry, I do have this manual on the architectural safety that I've been having a very hard time getting to.
Oh, thank you. Way too heavy. Oh, yes.
Like I'm into this stuff, and even that was a bit too much. I've been using it for material to help me get to sleep at night. Otherwise, I just get too wound up on all the insurance paperwork we've been having to do lately.
Well, that book is devoid of moisture and does also seem like quite a dry read. While you guys are considering that, Bravegut, you also get just a folded up letter in your bag, and it's from the kind gentleman that you just stayed with, Gunnar the Wainwright. They discussed cooking at some point. Why don't you read us Gunnar's letter to Bravegut, telling him about his porridge recipe? And there's no letter to actually read. This is all
Good. You. Oh, I have a letter. Let me read it. Now, can I transition from one voice to another like it happens when you're reading a letter?
Oh, yeah.
Dear Bravegut, I very much enjoyed your company over this course of the last night. I had a lot of fun talking about cooking with you and sharing my great family recipes. I know you asked about my porridge. I made it for you both the evening and the morning, and also for lunch. It's really the only thing I know how to make. So it's pretty simple, really. You just take 1 cup of oats and 1 cup of different type of oats, and then you get a 3rd cup of like a whole different type of oat. I've just detailed the exact type of oats below, but I don't really know oats, so I've just drawn how they each look. I hope that makes sense to you. But here you go. You put them all together, and then you take these little berries from a bush that grows near my house, and you put those in. You mix it all. You add goat milk. Don't add cow milk. That's a fool's milk. You have to add goat milk. Cows are for eating, goats are for milking, and never the twain shall meet, as the old saying goes. So here you are. And also, if you make this porridge, you get full immunity from fire and petrification. That's just how it works. So here you are, is the recipe. Yours sincerely, Gunnar Wainwright. And there's a little kiss at the end.
That's lovely. You now have a recipe for some Gunnar porridge.
Wonderful.
You can do with that what you will.
I did quite look. I'm looking at the illustrations now, and while he is terrible at knowing the names of oats, he is quite a talented illustrator. So I think I could recreate this at home. I probably wouldn't serve it in the restaurant. It's a little bit folksy, but at home, I think maybe.
Very good. And Sokra, you get a whole package of goodies from your guild bag. Attached to this package, there's a note signed from Skaithholm Insurance. And inside it reads, Sokra, protect our assets. Goggles should assist with vapor that we discussed. Powder is approved in Fire Safety Manual Volume 42. And inside there are 4 bags of powder, just kind of this gray charcoal looking powder. And then there are 4 pairs of just these big bulky goggles.
Excellent. I will say, Fire Safety Volume 2 was quite the read. I wouldn't bring that up if we were still looking for something dry. Definitely loads better than Volume 1. Oh, let me tell you.
So
Okay.
this powder is a one-time use for each of you. You can use this powder as a reaction if you start taking persistent fire damage. And as a reaction, you can throw it on yourself immediately and it will put out the fire. And the goggles you're not sure about.
Oh, are they see invisible staircase goggles? Can we try them on?
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely going to start wearing them.
Yeah, you start wearing them and there's kind of just like a weird greenish tint to them. You don't see the staircase when you put them on.
Ah.
This will make it very difficult to watch my step.
And I believe that is all the goodies handed out. So,
Wonderful.
Oh, I have my letter back.
yes, please do tell us of this letter.
So as everyone's getting ready to climb up the staircase, Midge shoves this letter along with the book back into their bag. And it says, salutations, Vinasus. It seems you have just stumbled into a dimensional anomaly. Well, I am not married nor a receptionist for Pule or Teal. I am friends with them. Here is the driest thing I had on hand, Sokra of Statham's, I don't know the spelling of that, so I might have messed that up. Insurance. Skatham's Insurance gave it to me.
Welcome to Statham's Insurance.
If I might ask, why do you need to know of my plane of existence? It seems like giving an address out to a stranger, and you know what they say, beware of interplanar assassins. Sorry to cut this short. I must ascend an invisible staircase and meet a dragon. Midge.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, and you send that back with the book, and as soon as you put it in there, it's gone. It goes right into that bag. You don't even see it hit the bottom. It just disappears. And as you guys have been walking and ascending the staircase and opening your goodies, Nyx has just been rambling on about, you may be wondering why we're not taking the Griffs up here, and it's very disrespectful to come crashing into the presence of a dragon like that. Don't want to startle her. She's a kind being, but if you catch her on the wrong way, you could just be eviscerated in a moment or burnt to a crisp. So it's safest to do it this way.
Dragons are so powerful.
It's
They're
also
very
good for a
strong.
long life to regularly climb stairs or inclines such as this.
Did
I
you
will
know
say-
that? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Sokra.
I will say that it does make sense for something at the top of a mountain to think highly of itself.
Oh, I really don't think you should have allowed Sokra to finish his sentence there, Midge.
Yeah, come on, you can't just
I
give
think
me
next
that
time
opening.
you
Come
speak at
on.
the same time, you should just take control of the
I
conversation.
will keep going. Thank
We
you,
can
Brave Star.
avoid further incidents such as this.
It was an elbow slapper. Not quite the knee, but somewhere. No, I was going to say, did you know that gold dragons are both fire breathers, similar to that of red dragons, which I'm a descendant of, but gold dragons are generally well known as being kinder than red dragons.
Oh, well, that's good. That works well for us.
Well, I did some research on gold dragons too, ahead of this. And, oh yes, well, I am quite a scholar actually. So gold dragons are very big on respect, so everyone be on your best behavior.
Oh, yes. I'm
They
just
are
my
a-
best.
They are unrivaled in strength as well as wisdom, so they might be able to give us some great advice. I don't know. As well as, oh, I wrote it down somewhere. Where is it? Oh, they like to talk to people.
Oh, good.
Really? That is so
I'm pretty sure that's right.
That's so touching and tender, and I love that you did your research, Evelyn. I do hope we become the bestest of friends. And just like full squeeze of the hand, and we're confidently walking up these stairs.
Yeah, and let's cut away from this confident, happy, chatting, climbing stairs to the 1 hour later up the stairs. And let's have everybody make fortitude saves to see how tired they are from walking up the stairs.
Oh, fortitude is not what I'm all about.
Also, you guys do have some blessings. Midge, your major Callistria, Bravegut, minor Gozra, Evelyn, minor Aristil. So make sure you keep those in mind. And we're still neutral. No hero points as of yet.
Yeah. Great
Oh,
time to
Sokra, are
crit fail, not one. Oh yeah.
Okay. So Sokra, you are so tired going up these stairs. You haven't climbed something like this in quite some time. You get winded a lot faster than you expect. So you are going to gain the fatigued condition.
Oh no.
And it's going to be until you rest, unless you find some other way to remove it.
Oh no.
Is anybody else just really struggling with this thin air? I feel like I haven't had to work this hard to get up, to get somewhere in a really long time.
Maybe you would have been better off flying. You can fly, right? I've never seen you do it. Or are you like a penguin?
It's a whole thing. It's a whole
So is that
thing.
a yes or a no?
We'll
Just short answer.
let's just set that aside for now.
But I'm really curious.
No, I can't fly.
Oh.
Damn little birds and their little having light bodies.
Sokra, flying is overrated. Do you know how easily those little birds could be crushed by anybody who wanted to fight them? You're a strong guy, Sokra.
Look how sturdy you are.
Come on, believe in yourself.
I'm gonna
Give
be
me
honest,
like bent
I
over
don't feel that
heaving.
dirty right now.
Let me see.
You'll do fine.
Oh, there's no need to fly anymore, as we're almost there.
Oh,
Are
well,
you
how
all-
excellent.
Are you all ready to meet Fravena?
Well, do we perhaps want to take a second to just catch our breath? Maybe make sure we go in there and put our best foot forward. I believe we do have some things that might help if somebody wants to take charge with the diplomatic negotiations here.
Yes,
Please, second to catch my breath.
First off, would you please educate me once more time on how to correctly pronounce this dragon's name?
Fravena.
Fravena. And this, what you didn't include the title along with Fravena's name.
She
do they
has
have a
no
title?
title these days.
What? Most dragons have a title.
Fravena has had a long life full of many hardships. She prefers to
Yes.
stay secluded, and she does not worry herself with titles.
It,
I think we should call her Fravena the Stalwart. I just think that's a nice title that someone who's alone but tough might enjoy.
Oh, I think that's
look,
lovely.
give them a new title at the start of the conversation. They'll say, "Ooh, what a fancy new title!" I think is the play.
That's lovely. Well,
What were you going to say, Evelyn?
there's one more important thing to note. I don't think it will come up, but please don't mention her bloodline. I found out that Fravena suffers from some sort of ailment that has rendered her unable to conceive her own children.
oh, I will be her child.
Well,
Sorry,
let's-
I probably
let's-
shouldn't suggest that either.
Let's not be insensitive. This is an extremely touchy subject.
No, I think we've solved it. Midge will dress you up like a little baby and we'll put you in first, and you can go, "Mama,"
That seems
and
quite
she'll be overwhelmed. No, really?
I do not believe that would be well received.
We don't think so.
I will be so respectful. I have looked forward to this moment my entire life, and I feel quite prepared. Chase, can I roll a knowledge on? I would like to activate my little doohickey, my little diplomat's badge that is in the shape of a dragon head. That is replacing. But it's not replacing, but it's currently right next to my unicorn badge.
Unicorn badge?
I have a little crystal unicorn badge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Also, Brave Guy, your guild bag also contains another dose of flame stop powder.
Another dose.
Another
Wow.
dose.
Well, unflammable.
There are so many villain points going out.
I feel like people
boy.
did not hear your warning at the start of. Can you repeat your warning, Chase?
It wasn't so much a warning, it's just to do what you will with this. It's a dangerous session.
It's the most dangerous session in T3H so far. Okay, this is fine.
No.
Is this an
Everyone,
Arcana?
no, hold on. No, everyone should give Chase points because then, it's a great idea. Totally, just give him all the points, and then then we'll see how that goes. It'll be
Then
great.
Chase will feel
I
really
will
bad
have a-
when he kills all of our characters.
I will have a great time re-rolling a character.
The
It'll be
blood's
great.
off my hands now.
Yes, do that. It'll definitely, it'll just be great for all of us.
Chase, do I do an Arcana check for dragons?
Yes, it is an Arcana.
Okay, this is plus 11. Oh my gosh.
What are you wanting to know?
Okay, no. This is for the item that I'm using. This is
For the item that you're
the
using.
diplomat's badge. Yes. If I had to meet a DC 20, but unfortunately, where are we affirmated? We are affirmated. I hit exactly 20.
Oh, we just
Yo.
heroes just went over to the hero
Nice.
side.
Woo!
Very
Thank
good.
you, chat, for making this work. I will have a +2 diplomacy checks to dragons.
Yeah, you're not as familiar with the gold dragons as you are with the red dragon line, but you just explained a little bit and you're familiar.
Okay. Plus, I just got mad help from Evelyn, so that makes sense. Okay. I am
Very good.
prepared for this.
Okay. Nyx listens to your conversation. So we're not going to dress him up as a dragon, yes?
No,
Of course
me.
not. That was a facetious suggestion.
You're going to dress a
Nobody
midge up as a dragon. That's even worse.
No, we were joking.
Oh, very
We were
good.
joking. It was facetious. Did you not hear break? Did you not go
Yes.
to school?
Oh,
did
look at
not.
Nyx didn't go to school. Oh, I'm sorry.
That
I didn't
seems
mean-
quite insensitive.
No, I'm asking so I can pay for his education.
That also seems both nice and insensitive.
No, I was just trying to help. I'm sorry. I wasn't intending to be mean. I was just. All of my manners are currently being directed towards dragon-related things.
Yes.
Gather
I believe
yourselves
you-
and your composure.
Yes.
We need to speak to Fravena. Wait until I introduce you.
Yes,
All
of
right.
course.
Oh, so
Right.
I think I know what your goggles might do.
What's that?
Well, I was remembering all the research I did, and apparently there's some sort of vapor that can be really hard to see through. It's not harmful, at least this specific vapor isn't. But I think those goggles might help.
Okay,
So if we come into there, you might have to lead the way.
that's good. Yes. Safety
Oh,
goggles are important. I
Were
did
there
have
not
4 pairs
four
though, right?
Yes. Let's
Rough-
each
roughly
put
right.
some goggles.
Oh, there's
on,
4
shall we?
pairs? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Pair for everyone.
I was thinking that I should probably double up just to be extra safe, but I can take one for the team. Although looks over at Nyx. I'm sorry, I don't think I have one for you.
Oh, I'm
That
sure
is
he's
fine.
going to be just fine.
I will be
My
your
vision is
eyes.
superior in these caverns.
Oh.
I won't need it.
And
Just
you're
kidding.
pretty tough, right, Gunnar?
Is Gunnar here? I thought he
Yeah.
stayed back home.
No, Gunno's not here.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I thought he.
Would have been odd for him to send me a letter while standing next to me.
I was wondering about that. I
Would've been an
got
awkward
distracted
read.
For a second. Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
When
like, whoa,
people-
Brave Guts
Joker just,
Gunnar
like, tossed
impersonation
into the
was spot
wind.
on.
Memories of Gunnar.
It's like when you have to open a birthday present and they've got a long-winded card, and they're standing awkwardly over you while you slowly read it to yourself.
Oh,
Never a
that's
fun
worst.
moment.
It's like I was
Worst.
there. It's like he was right here next to me. I swear.
I've
Oh,
never
yes.
gotten a birthday card.
Oh,
Just-
no.
So you
Evelyn,
guys.
Because you didn't go to school, Evelyn. Did you not go to school and they never gave you any cards?
It's a sensitive
Evelyn,
subject.
I take both of your hands in mine. I will throw you the biggest birthday bash. I promise you.
I thought you were, I
if
thought you
if
were
we don't
threatening
get
to kill
turned to
us.
stone.
I will throw you off this mountain if you don't behave.
No.
Evelyn just then would cast all her spells and just start floating.
We
Right.
will I will do this for you. I will thank you for bringing me on this job. Thank you for being a wonderful person and helping me with the scary stairs. I just want you to know that if we survive this, I will throw you the best birthday party and you will get so many cards.
Oh, that's
We'll-
wonderful.
We'll
Thank
invite
you.
everybody.
As long
We
as
can
we
find
survive.
everyone's dead dogs too.
If that's what
Yes.
you'd like, we can invite their dead dogs.
Okay.
As you guys are ascending the last bit of these stairs, they start to become visible, and you see now there's these kind of sandstone-looking stairs appearing as you step, and there is an entrance leading up into the bottom of this cliffside over the very top of this very tall mountain as you guys approach it. Brave Gut, you got a 3rd level scroll of heal in your guild bag, And
Nice.
Midge, you got another package from Skaithome saying, "Oh, we missed this to Sakura. Please divide this out amongst your team." There are 4 potions of fire resistance. These will give 10 fire resistance for an hour if you drink it.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Evelyn, did you see this? And like Midge has an armload of potions because they're less than 3 feet tall. Do you see that? Look, there's one for you, and there's one for Sokra, and there's one for Braveguard, and there's one for me. Quick, fit it into your bandolier. This will help you protect you from fire.
Oh, that's
man,
wonderful.
The guys in R&D are like this close to ending fire damage permanently, I swear. Awesome. Great team. Really need to introduce you to.
Yes, I
by
should
the
think
way-
so.
Sokra, I don't know if it's going to be a problem, but does Skaithome Insurance happen to broadcast their location, like, across multiple planes?
I don't believe so. We are working on interdimensional insurance agreements, but it's just really tricky to work out, you know,
Sure.
with the completely different systems of money and existence and physicality and all that stuff.
I was quite concerned that I told Vinasus where I lived by telling him that you were from Skathome's Insurance. But if you don't have cross-dimensional correspondence, I assume we'll be fine.
I mean, I'm just hearing business opportunities here, really.
Well, perhaps next time I will let you answer Vinasus. Wouldn't that be a treat?
I could be an interdimensional ambassador. Oh, that would be wonderful.
And
I
as
love
you
Sokra.
shout in excitement and you're nearing the top of this cliff, you hear a low rumbling growl, and you hear this big booming voice echo.
Who approaches? Who is that?
Fravena, it is me, your old friend Nyx. I bring some people who wish to speak with you. Friends of the ones that you met, Dura and Wizwazar?
I see, Nyx. It's good to hear from you. Please, have them all approach.
You guys ascend the last little bit of this staircase, and you're entering kind of over here on the map. There's an entryway leading up into this cliff. And as soon as you ascend, you see just this huge, magnificent creature, scales that are reflecting the sunlight above the mountain. It is quite cold up here. As you guys ascend and you get into that open air, it's maybe a little shock at first. Maybe you feel like it's a bit hard to breathe for a moment until you adjust. The air feels very wet and cold. And you just see this very large, regal, but also terrifying and slightly almost menacing looking creature that just towers over you, size of a building. Nyx walks up and immediately kneels down and looks back to each of you as if he's expecting you to do the same.
We kneel. Oh, I
Old
kneel.
Neil.
Oh, I had a thing quick, like as we're ascending the stairs, I just want to like lean into Nyx and be like, so how do you get on a first name basis with a gold dragon? By the way.
I know many great beings. I've had a long life.
You know, you'd think that if those, anyways, later. Sober bows.
As you all bow, the dragon tilts her head to the side.
I have no need for such pleasantries, such formalities. All of you may stand. Nyx, why have you brought people here? Is something wrong?
Well, yes, something is wrong, I'm afraid. We have troubles with the ancient power. More troubles than the one who took it before. The consequences are starting to surface. We need the blessing of a fire spirit. And we were hoping that you would be able to help. She tilts her head to the side, the other direction, and looks at Nyx for a bit, and then looks towards all of you. She steps forward with big stomping steps. Makes the whole cliffside shake slightly. Looks over Nyx to each of you. You can kind of smell the sulfuric, fiery breath as she exhales through her nostrils.
I know Nyx well, and I'm sure that he would lead people up here without good intent. But tell me, why should I help people that I have never met with such a great honor?
So we have a lot of insurance deductibles that were. Oh, sorry. Yes. Also,
I must first say that is an excellent question, Favrena. My name is Midge, and it is an absolute honor to meet you. My companions here, Evelyn and Sokra and Bravegut, have all sworn to help bring this terrible power to an end. It was under the Foresight faction's eye that this power was stolen in the first place, and though we do not deserve your assistance, we beg it of you anyways. Mid bows their little kobold head, and their hat falls down, and they pick it up real quick and put it back on.
Why would you say you don't deserve such a thing?
Because dragons such as yourself are such a great and magnificent creature. It's hard to measure our puny existences to one such as yourself.
Roll a diplomacy.
Okay. This is +2. +2 for chat. So I guess I can add it right here. +4.
On diplomacy, 100.
Oh, buddy. Oh, 32.
32. She stares at you for a bit.
I appreciate the honesty and the humility, but stop the groveling. You have much to be proud of, each of you. Every heritage that each of you comes from has great things to be respected. Now raise your head and ask for confidence. What is it that you need? Ask it clearly and ask it without fear.
We need to know where we could capture a fire spirit, or at least beg their aid.
Nyx turns around and whispers to you, you need to get a blessing from one, not capture it.
Oh, a blessing from one. My apologies.
I do not know of any fire spirits left that could give their blessing. Though, dragons of my kind, they can give the blessing of a fire spirit. Though to do so, it takes the fire from our hearts, and it is fatal.
What? I could... That would be absolutely devastating. Perhaps there is a dragon who could give us this...
You get a shoulder, like, to you, like, gently. Or an elbow, like just a gentle elbow. Together.
I see. Then that would be a very difficult request to make.
Would you take this from me if I offered it?
If it was just for myself, I would not. However, Evelyn and Sokra have informed me that this is not about us. It infects many insurance holders across the entire world of Galarion. And not only insurance holders, but people who can't afford insurance. Everyone, and the animals, and the dogs, and all their lives, and all the children's lives. This kaiju is under the ground somewhere, and we don't know where. And this fire spirit or blessing is one of the only things that we know of that could stop it. Then Midge will whirl around to Sokra and Evelyn. Is there another way? Is there any other blessing we could receive without taking the life of Favrena?
Nyx cuts you off. Fravena, we will not be taking your fire heart. Though we hope that you can give us any other lead whatsoever. I need to gain access to my temple. I am no longer blessed by the spirits. I let them down when I let Themis take the power. She looks towards Nyx and she nods.
I'm glad to hear that you have such hesitation with taking my life. I will not be giving you the fire from my heart, though I may have a solution. One that I do not like any more than giving my own. But it would bring me an amount of peace, and it may also solve your problem. Though it is dangerous, it requires traversing into the depths of the caverns here in these mountains. At least that's what I think. I will need Nyx to guide you. Nyx, I was able to conceive a single young through an egg. Unfortunately, due to my curse, as it always happens, that egg was taken from me. I lost track of the individual who took it. I got a brief glimpse of them, but I could not pursue it. The curse would not allow me to. It was a Drugar. He took my egg, and he traversed into the caverns. Now I know that you have a sense for the elements, and I think that you could track him, could you not?
Nyx nods, as if that's a completely reasonable request. Indeed, I could. If I close my eyes and if I sense around, I can feel the trail even now. Though it is a cold trail, Fravena. That egg must be gone for months by now.
Indeed, it has been gone for months. I don't expect that my young still lives. Though through the egg, there should still be a fireheart. I should be able to bless you with that, as is from my kin. If you can return that egg to me, it would bring peace to me, and I would also be able to gift you with the fireheart.
I like whisper over to Nyx. This wouldn't mean taking the life of an unborn dragon, right?
No. If it does, then we'll find another way. But if the young still lives, we will not take the heart.
Midge is straight up
Oh, that
crying.
might be
Yeah, I
cosmetic
think
or
Evelyn
something.
is too. Just like the
You're so
silent
kind.
tears.
My
And
life
that
has been
happens.
full of tragedies. Do not weep for me. This is not the first. I will be able to put peace to another thing that has been cursed from me from a horrible, horrible being long ago. This will solve a great problem, though, and this will give purpose to my should have been young, to perhaps make some good in the world, just as I have done, just as you all should be able to do. I sense it on you. Great destiny.
Yes.
These caverns are dangerous. Are you sure you're up for the task?
Nyx looks back to each of you.
We are more than up to the task. I know the caverns are dangerous, but we will do our best, and we will bring you back your egg. We're stronger than we look.
I
Yes.
believe it. If you are friends with Nyx, he must sense something great in you. He's a great judge of character, despite the past events with this Arbiter Themis he has told me so much about. Well then, there's entrance in the caverns just behind me back over here. Nyx should be able to find the trail. He's an excellent tracker for those that carry the elements with them. Best of luck to you.
Nyx
Thank
turns
you.
towards each of you. I should be able to lead us there. If you're all up to the task, let us traverse.
Midge grabs their hat and pulls it down tight. Let's get an egg.
We
Uh,
must
the-
do
this-
this.
Large dragon steps aside. She kind of just goes and moves over here, curls up next to this natural pool of water that's running down on the mountainside. And Nyx leads you all forward into the caverns. All right, let's go to exploration mode. Is there anything you guys would like to do to prepare before you traverse these caverns? They clearly look dark. As you can tell, there is some sort of vapor. You can see it misting out of the entrance itself. It looks kind of like a fog or like some sort of just like water mist coming from the cavern. It looks like it's going to be quite hard to see in there, even if there is light.
All right, everyone, safety goggles on.
Oh, yes, of course. Safety goggles on.
Who has
Actual
dark
safety
vision in this
goggles
group?
and
I feel like I've got
Me.
at least low.
Just
I've got
low
low
light.
light. Just
Yeah.
low light.
yeah,
So
just low light.
I have dancing lights, but I don't know if this is like a fog situation where the light makes it worse.
Yeah, so Midge, with the combination of the goggles, when you put these goggles on, it's almost like the fog seems to disappear. Like you can't even hardly see it through the goggles. So when you put those on, you can see through just fine, especially mixed with your dark vision. Your vision looks fairly normal. Evelyn, you're casting dancing lights.
If it
Yes.
if it looks like it'll help.
Yeah, so when you cast Dancing Lights, it does light the cavern, though that fog does kind of catch and refract the light, and it makes it not quite as effective. So with anybody who's around a light source, such as Dancing Lights, but doesn't have dark vision, if you're wearing the goggles, you can see fine within 30 feet, but everything else is going to be very difficult to see.
And Evelyn has shaped, instead of her dancing lights being the floating skulls like they normally are, she shaped it to be like a dragon that is, floating beside them.
Ah, that's adorable.
I love that so much.
I have like the picture of like a gold chibi dragon in my head, and yeah, it's adorable.
Yeah.
You can see Fravenal looks over, and it almost seems like there's a slight smile on the draconic face. Nyx doesn't seem like he has any problem seeing even without the goggles, and he traverses into the caverns. Okay, who's leading? What's the marching order? Anything else special you guys are doing to prepare?
Do we want to attach each other together like rock climbers? We could put a rope from the lead to the rear so that we don't. So if one of us falls, we all fall.
Oh, that could be good.
I don't know the kind of dangers that we have here. It may stop us getting separated, but it may also be dangerous in keeping us too attached if we need to move carefully.
That's an excellent point, Brave Gut. But I think it would be wise.
Well, all right. Let's rope everybody up.
Hey, Chase.
Uh-huh.
I literally have a climbing kit. Could I do it so we each have like a thing around us, but instead of like a knot for rope, I actually have it like to like a little carabiner?
Yeah, for sure.
So that we could like quick release us being attached to each other?
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome. Okay.
Very good.
So we each have like our own little bit of rope, and then we carabine ourselves to each other.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, you guys do this, you get tied together, and you start descending these caverns. Nyx refuses being tied with the rest of you. He doesn't want to be. But as you guys start following him, these caverns descend pretty much straight down. And there are bits and pieces where you have to kind of leap and climb. There's nothing too dangerous, but it's not like a smooth walk down. It's like pretty rough terrain as you guys are traversing down here. Nyx is incredibly agile and has almost like beast-like movements. He can jump very far. He can scale walls. And as you guys are following him, I need all of you to roll me in athletics just to see how well you're handling and how tiring this experience is for you. Go ahead, and since you're tying yourselves together and using a climbing kit, everybody go ahead and add a +6 to this.
Is there a way just roll and then add?
Yeah, you can just roll and then add it. That works.
19.
I've
Plus
added
affirmation.
+8 circumstance for the. Can I just have a bonus because I'm good at jumping? I've got quick jump.
Yeah, I'll go and give you a +2 for the quick jump. Oh no, Midge.
Wait, you have a +18 athletics?
I have a 10, and then I have a +6, and then a +2 from chat.
Well, you do have the foresight faction with you if anybody would like to let Midge re-roll that.
Wait, how much do we need? Is not once on automatic failure, is it?
It is.
Oh, it is.
Well, it's a downgrade one, right?
What was that?
It downgrades one level of success, so a success becomes a failure becomes a crit fail, crit success.
Yeah, but I'm
becomes
not
success.
imagining a 19 was a crit success.
Yeah, I always just treat nat ones as automatic crit fails,
Okay.
regardless.
Yeah, I'll use one of my hero points to let Midge re-roll that.
What was happening to me?
Yeah, no, you're struggling. You're having a really rough time in these caves. Maybe you're a little too confident with your dark vision. But Sokra helps you out. How do you help Midge out traversing these caverns, Sokra?
I see Midge almost trip and then grab onto her. Just slow down a little bit. Caves can be very dangerous. Just remember, we're in this for the long haul, for the dragon egg. Just keep your focus on that.
You're right. My emotions were driving me too much. Thank you, Sokra.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. And with the power of teamwork and tools, you guys all managed to get through this without anybody being tired, except for Sokra. Sokra, you're still quite tired just from the climb earlier. This has been a very tiring day for you.
Why can't we just go straight? Let's get the boys
Okay.
in R&D on this.
Let's go ahead and go to a different map, shall we? Okay. You guys are traversing through this cavern. Nick's leading the way. And as you're going down kind of just some natural steps in this cavern, Nyx sees an entrance up here, and all of you probably spot it as well. And he pauses and looks up there. He'll spot it. Him and Midge will spot it before anybody else, since they can see further than 30 feet. Do you see that? There's lit torches up ahead.
Yes, I do.
That's
Very
odd.
Very strange. Who would do such a thing?
I'm not sure. Shouldn't be any sort of civilized location. Well, I think that's where we need to go. So, gonna be a bit of a climb up there. It's like 20 feet up to scale it. So he's gonna go over here. He climbs up very easy. He just goes running up and just scales it with like some kind of like almost like wolf-like movement. Just fully runs up there like it's nothing. What are the rest of you doing?
Oh, does anybody have? Does your climbing kit include like a grappling hook or something, Midge, that might aid us in our ascent?
Oh, unfortunately, I don't. Let me double check. And Midge will pull out their climbing kit and look through what they have. Well, let's see. We've got pulleys, we've got pythons.
And
oh, yes, a grappling hook right here.
As Midge is digging through his things, Sokra, that's odd triggers. And you can see as you're getting kind of closer down here, you see like mounds of dirt here on the ground, right up against the walls. And it looks like there's some sort of hole. You can figure like maybe something burrowed there.
Oh, hold on. Before you go climbing,
Yes.
it looks like there's something down there. Very strange.
What, like a creature? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
like something burrowed.
Oh. Shall we investigate?
I suppose. Do I get any dangerous vibes from the hole? Is the creature gonna like jump out and just like face hug me?
I'll let you roll a blind. I'll roll a blind roll for you if you'd like to try to know more about the said hole.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You're not sure what it is, but the loose dirt, and as you get like a closer look on it, the size of the hole, this is a large creature that burrowed, which you can't think of anything friendly that is large and burrows or anything that's not potentially dangerous.
The only experience I have with burrowing creatures is when they burrow under foundation. They are just never nice. So we should probably be careful.
Well,
Perhaps we should climb up of somewhere else. Yes.
Well, I thought perhaps, Midge, maybe the climb looked safe when Nyx did it, but perhaps if this creature emerges, we might be in trouble. You have some sort of trap-making ability, don't you?
Of course I do. I have many trap-making abilities.
Is there
You want me to
anything
set
could
one
maybe-
up on that?
Yes, perhaps so that if it emerges from its burrow, prepared to destroy us, it might have something else to deal with first.
Yes, I've got one that could potentially make it slower so we have more time to escape, or I've got one that could hurt it. Which one sounds more appealing to you?
Perhaps slower, just in case it's friendly.
Of course.
No need
of
to
course.
hurt a cute little star-nosed mole that sticks its face
Yes.
out and says, "Hello, I'd like to be friends."
Excuse
Do you
me,
think that they
excuse
will?
me.
I
It
would hope
causes
so.
a lot of housing damage.
But we're not a house, and therefore we can be friends.
All right, but I'm going to unclip myself and sneak up there. Here's my climbing kit with the grappling hook and whatnot. Why don't you all discuss a plan while I sneak over there and set this up?
Yes, we can climb while you build a trap. That seems fair to me.
And now that Sokra's pointed this out, Midge, with your dark vision, you can see 4 of these kind of large burrowed holes around. And I put those on the map for you.
Well, dang.
Ooh, shoot.
Oh, those
Okay.
are big holes.
Yeah, you can't really see the actual hole very well since there's so much like loose, dug up dirt. But they're big mounds of dirt.
Okay.
Okay.
What's taking you so long? Is everything okay?
There are large mounds of dirt down here, Nix.
He looks around and he starts smelling the air. I do sense something. Be careful.
Yes, maybe we should just be quiet and ignore the holes, and hopefully nothing bad happens.
We could certainly try that.
I'll at least try and block up the ones that are close to you while you're going to be climbing. I'll sneak.
that's
I'll
a
be
good plan.
very quiet.
Okay, you do that and we'll climb.
Okay. Chase, what I would like to do, I don't know how much time it's going to take. I have hobbling snares, which are like the upgraded version from like hampering snares. I can put it in chat.
Yep, got it.
I can use these for my 3 fast action snares.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go to here. How do I know how big they are?
How big the mounds are?
No. How big my snare is?
I believe this one just covers a 5-foot square.
So I gotta hope and pray. Okay, but if they're a large creature, they'll touch the snare no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, do you need me to roll a stealth?
If you're gonna be stealthy, then yeah. Roll
Yeah,
stealth.
I'm gonna sneak up on this while they're situating themselves.
Okay.
+2 from chat. And roll.
Another nat 1. Oh no, Midge.
Apparently it's one of those nights. The moment that Midge wants to be heroic for a dragon is when Midge will fail the most. It makes sense.
Stage fright is real.
Stage fright is real.
Now, do Foresight faction want to fix this in any way, shape, or form, or we want to stick with it?
I'll burn another one.
Nah,
Wait,
just let
but
it
you're just
die.
using hero points to reroll, right?
Yeah, so Foresight
oh.
faction can use their hero points to let skills be rolled. This is a skill, or you guys can use one of your dice there.
Actually, hold on. This is just for setting up a trap.
No, this is for me
Stealth.
sneaking over there to
Oh.
not disturb the creatures.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's spend another one of those hero points.
I'm so sorry.
This is fine.
Yeah,
I
you-
I'll be
promise.
expecting to for this investment to pay some
Could we
dividends
not?
during
Could
combat.
we not all do that before?
21.
Reroll rolls.
Yeah.
In the arena, you can. In a session, rerolls can only happen if it's within your hero point usage for your faction.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 21. Noted. So you go
Okay.
over there, you set up a snare in that square that you're in right there. Is that where you're setting it up?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to set it right here.
Oh, right there on the bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do that in literally 6 seconds.
Oh,
I do it so fast. And then I can come to here. Do I use the same stealth?
Yeah, you got the same stealth. So you
Okay,
can
I
just,
wanna-
if you want to set them up, you can show me where you're setting these up.
Okay, here.
Okay.
So that's good. And then just in case these things like come out and attack us, I'm going to set up another one like right here because it looks like they're going to have to like go through this square to get to us if we're going up.
You got it.
Okay, sounds good. That's 3 hobbling snares. All right, that will slow them down. Are you ready to go up?
Yes, but
yes, let's do it.
Nix, is there any way you can like throw a rope down or something? I'm not very good at climbing.
I have no rope. You're all literally tied together with rope.
I'll climb and I'll drop a rope down.
All right, here's a grappling hook in case you need to fasten it to anything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Evelyn will try to climb. Is climbing athletics or acrobatics?
Climbing is athletics. And you guys, right now, if somebody else leads, you guys can just follow the leader. And I'll just let you auto succeed if they succeed since you're tied together with a climbing kit. And
Oh,
whoever's
okay.
using the climbing kit can take a +2.
Oh, cool. I'll grab the climber kit and I'll climb up. Shall I?
Perfect. I love that.
So the first thing that I walk over to the wall, I grab the climbing kit from Midge, and then I pull out from my bandolier of various potions not potions in this case. I pull out like a little sort of like block of jerky, as I am wont to do, and pull up a big chunk. And as I do, open my mouth back up, but the teeth stay where they are. Long, big teeth form. Claws grow, and I look like I could burrow one of those holes myself now with my big teeth and claws. And I use those to help get me some purchase on the walls. And I'm going to use one of my bestial mutagens. And so I'm going to make a check for athletics.
Yeah, please do.
Gives me we're currently, I get a +6 at the moment on top of my normal bonuses for +2 bestial, +2 climbing kit, +2 affirmated.
Yep.
So I've got a +16 all up. And I rolled a 15, so I got a 31 to climb.
You are getting up that wall quite easy.
Scurrying up like a creepy little rat.
Let's see here. What's your climbing order here? So Brave Guts going up first.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go
And
last. Sorry,
Evelyn
go ahead.
next.
Okay, Brave Gut first. Brave Gut, you're gonna make it all the way up, just fine. Who's up next?
Evelyn.
And
Evelyn's
she's
up
super
next.
light, remember?
And then who's geared to go up next?
Sokra. Midge wants to make sure that Sokra is getting up so Midge can push on that feathery butt if need be.
Okay.
And just so no one thinks we've forgotten, at the top, as you're all climbing up, Nyx and Brave Gut are helping to hold the rope. And so is Hans Smalllegs, my tiny little alchemical familiar sous chef. He's completely not helping at all, but he thinks he is. He's got his giant, creepy hands on the rope, and he's going, ho, 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 ho,
You have,
ho, ho,
wait,
ho, ho.
wait, what is this? Please
Can we
I'll
watch.
show
drop
you.
this? Yeah.
Do you say Hans?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
Let's see. I think I
You
can
gotta duck
show...
down so we can see this guy.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. This is sous chef Hans Smalllegs.
Was it Hans when I named my hand? And then you gave
Probably,
it
yeah.
that name? Oh no.
They're distantly related.
I don't know which Hans I would like.
I would rather just have the hand, to be honest.
Well, he's helping out with his big, creepy head. He's got a little chef hat on. He's wearing whites.
And
And
there
he
he
goes,
is.
So has this thing just been with us the whole time, or did you
Yeah.
just get him out?
He's very small. He's been waddling along behind us, or sometimes
Oh,
he's
no.
curled up under my hat.
Fair
So-
enough.
Okay.
You guys are
Get up,
climbing
Beth.
up.
Get up, get up, get up.
Evelyn, you're like halfway up.
Going.
Sokra, you're just getting ready to start climbing. Midge, you're right behind Sokra. And as soon as Evelyn is halfway up, you guys hear these loud screeches as these big creatures just come bursting out of these holes. Let's go ahead and show some art.
No, let's not.
They're very pretty. Look at these things.
Oh, that is absolute
No
dog
thanks.
shit.
No,
Also-
thank you.
There was
Oh.
only 3 of these, but I'm putting 5 villain points out to add a 4th.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
And let's roll initiative, and then I will roll for these snares, Midge.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, so am I up on the cliff?
Yeah, so you're currently like on the rope about halfway up the wall.
Oh, I don't like that.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
That's okay.
All right.
I hope I've used up all of my nat 1 luck.
You would hope so.
You can't just say that.
I can.
It's asking for trouble. Come on.
Knocked on wood. Knocked on wood.
Oh no.
What is no?
No.
Is this their initiative checks?
This is their initiative checks. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we have got one of these got a nat 20. So we've got one of them, Sokra, Midge, Evelyn, one of them, Brave Gut, and then the last 2. So let's go ahead and roll these saves. Now, this is a higher save than that chat blurb because you have feats. DC 24 for your snare, right, Midge?
Are you including my snare kit, which gives me a +1?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
And this is reflex, it said?
I believe so.
Okay, well, that's a big fat crit fail on the one closest to you guys.
Well done,
Amazing.
loser.
So its penalty is a negative 20 feet movement.
Negative
speed.
20?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, that one's going to be a fail.
Let's just leave. What? Let's just go.
And then the other two, the other two don't need to save. They're not triggering anything yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the failure does 10 feet.
Failure's 10 feet. So this one is slowed by 10 feet.
Mhm.
What do these snares look like when they come bursting out of these holes?
Okay, so this is really like kind of like jury rigged together, right? So I've got like little wire stuff. So it comes like up to get it, and like all these wires cling across its face and are like tightened down to the ground. So it can't like fully struggle forward. And then they're on like little reels. So like it'll do a little bit of give, kind of like when you're fishing and you have like a taut line, it'll pull a little to like till it won't break. It's doing that. So they'll keep moving, but they'll like it won't break. It'll be slowed.
Very good.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, they come up, they get all tangled up in that business. And this one over here is up. This one is slowed by 20 feet. What is his speed even? Oh my goodness gracious. So this thing is so tangled up, it just comes stumbling out of this hole. And it's gonna go 1 action, 2 actions, 3 actions, and it's gonna triple move to there. And that's its turn. Sokra, you're up.
Sokra just like hears the rumblings, like, oh dear, oh no, oh dear, oh no, oh, okay. Well, just start climbing. Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Wait, how tall is this thing, Chase?
This wall is 20 feet tall.
Sokra, take the blue one, and I point to my my potion on my bandolier. So I can't hand it to you. Trust me.
Okay, are you going to be okay down here?
Yes, go.
Okay. Just knock it back.
This
Start
is a
climbing.
potion of leaping.
Ocean of leaping.
Yeah,
Cool.
it gives you the jump spell. So you get
Very
to jump
nice.
for like
Fly, Sokra,
30 feet.
fly.
All of a sudden, Sokra's just feeling really energetic, and he just hops to it. Just leaps at the opportunity. Really flying up
Gain
that
effects
high.
of the first level jump spell.
I believe
Wow.
it's 30 feet jump.
Yeah, you're just up there. Okay.
That's one action.
Yeah.
Evelyn just is like hanging from the rope. Sokra, you can't fly. You can.
Yes, I think I'm using performance enhancing drugs, but it's something.
Wow.
Specifies that it is fizzy. I'm so happy about that.
That is,
Ew.
look at that.
It's like
That
pre-workout.
sounds delightful. Right? All right, yeah, you got 2 actions left, Sokra.
Let's out a big old bird burp, and then pulls out his longbow and takes a shot. One of these things, the one close to his new friend. Been helping each other out a lot. That's not how I roll. I cannot devise a stratagem because I did not take time to investigate these things.
Ah, right.
So I'll just roll.
Let's see how Sokra does without stratagems.
This is where I get the 1. Now I got a 19 plus 2 for 21.
21 will hit.
This guy.
Nice.
Sweet. Get my damage.
Are these flat-footed as well from your snare, Em?
I don't think so. It didn't say that. I don't think.
Man, it really feels like it should, shouldn't it?
Doesn't it though?
Okay. That is how much damage?
That is 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, and that's the one right below you, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
it was jump, fly, then pull out longbow, then fire. So that's my turn.
Okay, very good. That is Sokra's turn. Midge, you're up.
Okay. Midge will also use a potion of leaping because I had 3. So I'll go down to 1, and I would like to leap up here as well.
Okay, you're gonna down another potion of leaping and just jump right up.
Yeah. So I want to go to here.
Okay.
And then I'm so very concerned about Evelyn, because what if it could just climb up to the top? So Midge will pull out a scroll. Not a scroll. We'll stay with a different thing for now. I will cast a spell. This will be a ray of frost on this thing. 120 feet.
Okay.
Now this thing has not acted yet.
Yep. So
which means I will have sneak attack on it, and it will be flat-footed to me. So let's see what my attack is. 21.
21's gonna hit.
Awesome. Okay, here is damage, and then I will also roll a plus 1d6 for my sneak attack. Or I'm 5th level. Is it 2d6 now? It doesn't matter. 18 damage.
18 damage. Yeah, you hit that thing with your frost ray. It shrieks. It kind of like shrugs back a little bit as you guys are all attacking it up from the high ground.
Oh yes, stay back. Give Evelyn time to climb. Climb, Evelyn. And that's my turn.
Do it.
Evelyn, it's gonna take you. So you gotta roll me an athletics since you're under pressure. With all of the tools you have, you only need a 5, and depending on how good you do is gonna depend on how far you can get with how many actions.
I have a +6.
Yep. So just don't.
So just don't roll a 1.
You didn't roll a 1. Yeah, so it's gonna take you just 1 action to get the rest of the way up there.
All right. Evelyn, feeling invigorated by fear and her friends, it's like and climbs up.
You can hear this thing snap and kind of jump and bite at you as you get up there.
Are we running?
Nyx is looking at all of you.
Staying.
They may be able to pursue us. What do you think?
Well, maybe, perhaps just standing up here and throwing things down at it would be a good way to handle this situation.
I'm not certain they can pursue.
Ground. We have the high ground, and they look like they could be edible. So it's always good to investigate.
Maybe we should move a little bit back.
No, I think we're fine teetering on the edge of this cliff.
So, seeing as how her friends do not appear to want to run away like she does.
Hey, I want to run away.
I am. Does it look like there's acid coming out of their mouth?
Yeah, they definitely are dripping some sort of caustic acidy stuff from their mouth.
Well, then, I am just gonna have to cast a daze at the one closest to us.
A daze at the one
daze
closest
cantrip.
to you. Yep, that's a will save or a fortitude. I always forget on that.
It is a basic will save.
Basic will save. Here it goes.
Cool.
That was a nice rude nat 20.
That was very rude. So
it does not
nothing.
seem affected.
All right, cool.
It gets a little agitated and it keeps jumping up and trying to like bite at you, but it can't get far enough.
I don't know if it can climb. And that's my whole
things?
thing.
Very good. Okay. Yeah, I do see this character fact. I'll throw a fact after this fight is done. And
hey Chase.
Not before.
Yes.
Because I'm 5th level for the very first time, I forgot to add a d6 of sneak attack damage. Can I do that
go ahead
now?
and roll it. Uh-huh.
Thank you. It's 1 more. Very important.
1, yeah. Hey, 1 damage could be life or death. You never know.
Also, in terms of the flat-footedness, you do have one place where you might be able to make a ruling, which is that Midge on level 5 got Snare Genius, which has the added effect that anybody who critically fails a save against a snare that does damage becomes flat-footed until the end of its next turn.
Yeah, I'll just make that.
So this doesn't do
wide
damage,
across.
but it also like seems like it would flat someone's
I'll
face.
make it really feels like this should make them flat-footed. So I'm going to say yes.
Thank you
It gives
for
you an
making
out
that case.
as to-
I
on my
feel like
behalf.
if I suddenly like could only scooch a little bit in 6 seconds, I would be flat-footed.
That's you know.
Okay, so it is this thing's turn. Now this one was slowed by 10.
Yes, 10 feet.
Okay, this thing burrows into this cliffside and it disappears.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, it doesn't
No,
disappear.
they're
but,
definitely going to
it's
burrow straight
out
out
of
under our
sight.
feet. We should.
And
I also don't know
that's his
how well
turn.
we could get away.
Brave Gut, you're up.
So what's the plan? Are we running or are we fighting?
I think we should maybe run.
Yeah, let's go. I don't want to be around the giant worm things when they come back out.
Can
My
we set
destiny
another
is tied
trap
to
up
yours. I'm
behind
just
us?
here to find the egg.
But hopefully we can get back. That's my concern.
This sounds like we're undecided.
Let's just go. We can try going. Why not? It's Midge's problem in an hour.
The worst that happens is they follow us, right?
All right. What are people's move speeds? Are you all generally the same sort of speed?
30 feet.
Are you guys unanimously deciding to flee?
I think so.
Yeah, that's
Looks
what I
like it.
heard.
Okay. You guys, yeah, it works. You hear burrowing underneath you, but if you guys just take off, especially with these things being slowed, as you're running, you can see this one is so tangled up, it just seems to give up and like basically rolls back into its hole.
Aw, now I'm sad.
And the other one's not sensing any prey nearby anymore, just burrow away. You don't really know what happened to this one, but it doesn't pop up as you guys are fleeing.
Yo.
And we will
Interesting.
Ooh.
exit initiative.
Oh, that was easy. We won.
We did win.
Good
All
job,
right,
team.
character fact for these things. I'll give a what could have been character fact. If the heroes had chosen to, for some reason, try to explore the tunnels of the burrowed creature, not
Well, I
done
wanted to do.
any knowledge checks, and gone down there, they would have run into one of the big queen enclaves, and they would have probably died because it would have been extremely dangerous.
Now I'm sad. We should have done that.
I
We're all
mean, you could be the
terrified.
change you want to be in the world, Bill.
Those are the big ones.
Those are not the big ones. Those are the little ones.
Yeah, little babies.
Oh,
Also, fun fact, they wouldn't have been that bad against you guys because hardly any of you guys use gear. They like absolutely destroy armor and shields like really
Oh.
fast.
my sling. Well, I was worried because my cantrip is I have like a lightning cantrip, but it's reflavored because of my feet as acid damage. So I'm like, well, I don't want to waste all my spells.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, we're out of initiative. Nyx runs with you guys. Now you run through this entryway with these lit torches. And as you turn the corner, now, mind you, this vapor is still here and it's still present everywhere in this cave. There are more torches lining the walls as you guys go. Like it looks like somebody has gone through and placed torches all along the walls of this cavern. So as you guys are progressing onwards, let's go ahead, and this feels like a good place for a break. So we are going to step away for a bit, chat. We'll be gone for about 15 minutes. Now, keep in mind everything these heroes have done so far, because there's going to be a second poll going up during break. So keep an eye out for that. Vote for who you think deserves the bonus renown so far. And we'll see you guys in like 15 minutes. And welcome back, fellow geeks. We are back with Tabletop Treasure Hunters. Our second poll has just ended. I actually missed the very end of it, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think Foresight Faction pulled slightly ahead again. So they've got a lead, but there is one more vote at the end of the session. So if you are a big Powder Pack fan, gather your friends, and maybe they have a chance in that last vote. So before we left off, we have the heroes traversing a cavern in the Kodar Mountains, following Nyx, who is tracking the essence of a dragon egg. This is a lost dragon egg from the dragon they spoke to. Now, they do believe that the young that was within this egg has since passed, but still has the essence from their fire heart, and the mother is offering to use that essence to give a fire blessing to one of the heroes here if they can retrieve that egg for her. It was taken by a Duragar, and Nyx is currently leading the way, trying to see if they can find where that Duragar took the egg. Now, they went to these caverns. They found some burrowing holes just before they climbed up this ledge to their way forward. And as they were climbing up, a bunch of large enclaves came burrowing out of the ground and tried to attack them. But luckily, Midge had snared up the holes so that when they came out, they got tangled up and slowed. People drank some potions to jump really high, and everybody got up on the high ground and then fled. And so far seems as though they have avoided the conflict. And that's where we left off. So you guys are traversing these caverns. It still seems quite natural. It's a more narrow cavern. The doorway seemed like it had been shaped, definitely where the torches were at. It was a little bit too natural of an arch shape. But as you traverse in here, it just seems like natural caverns again, aside from the fact that there's torches lighting the walls. So any new exploration activities as we continue pressing forward through the caverns?
Mitch will continue looking for danger.
Okay, keeping an eye out for danger. Got it.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got a blind roll there for you for that. Anybody else? And exploration activities in my games, they're not limited to like just what they have in the core rulebook. If there's something you just want to be doing is like your general state of being as you're traveling, you can hit me with anything.
Brave Gut would like to do the opposite and be the least perceptive that he can be about enemies. And caves, it's a nice place to source mushrooms. So yeah. I'm just going to be on the lookout for any kind of cave flora.
Why don't you roll me your cooking lore?
Oh, I will roll that. Hiya. Are we affirmated for cooking?
You are affirmated for everything, yes. Including cooking.
Yes. I got a 21.
Nice.
21. Yeah, you find some pretty nice mushrooms down here. Why don't you go ahead and note on your character sheet, Bill, nice mushrooms, and we'll talk about that later.
All right.
I'll ponder totally about safe. Probably totally.
Evelyn will be periodically detecting magic and also just looking about for any sort of arcane or occultism type things.
Sure. Yeah, so when you start detecting magic, immediately what you actually pick up on is all of these torches are magical, which pretty common knowledge. If these are giving off magic the way they are for you, you probably figure these are all ever burning torches. Which are just torches that just always stay lit.
Can I try to remove one?
Yeah, it comes out quite easily. Just right out of the hold.
Oh, wow, this should stay lit forever.
I have to ask if we know who put them there? Isn't it just
what an excellent question. Is there any way that I can do like a crafting check to know like if this is like an older tech that one particular civilization used to make these ever-burning torches, or if this is like a newer, like, oh, we changed up the way that we do this. This had to have been within the last 6 months type of a deal.
For the torches?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival.
Can it be a crafting? Because I was specifically looking to see if this was like the way that these were made. If it was like from an older way that people made it, or like a newer way that people figured out to streamline it.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Go ahead and roll me a craft, sure.
Cool, thanks. I rolled so bad, 19.
A 19. These seem rather old, though you're not sure exactly how old. Okay. They're in good shape. But definitely aged a bit.
Well, these haven't been damaged. They are of an older design. Nothing recent, really.
Well, I don't think they'll miss just one if we take it with us, at least, and use it.
Treat yourself, Evelyn. Absolutely. Have it.
I would like to study this.
Are you saying you're interested in the crafting side of things? Because we would love to have you over at the Powder Pact.
Oh, I could certainly do. Have you heard of brunch?
Have I ever? Did you know that Brave Gut puts on a mean brunch? Was it brunch that you put a mean one on, or do you hate brunch? I can never remember. No.
Look, technically it's high tea, and people usually have it at brunch time.
Have you ever had high tea, Evelyn?
I have not.
Good.
We could have a crafting high tea.
We could do a birthday high tea when you get back.
We are going to do the best birthday high tea.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Soker, doesn't that sound wonderful? And you can fly there. I saw you do it.
I think that was a one-time thing. My legs really ache after that. Boy.
I could definitely craft you some sort of vest component that would lighten yourself to the point where you would be able to fly. I do believe it might take a couple, years of study, but I could
Vests
definitely
weigh
make
you
that.
down. They don't make you lighter.
Oh,
No,
Nix, I forgot you were here.
Nix, you frightened me.
He's still just leading the way.
It just comes right up behind Midge, just to her ear, just.
Vests weigh you down, Mitch. You'll never fly in a vest.
No. No, not this one. Not this one particularly. It would be lighter.
Interesting. I would like to see this vest. I could always use improvements on flying. As you guys are following Nyx, the air that's been rather cool down here starts to feel very warm, and it's getting increasingly and increasingly more warm to the point where it's getting hot very quickly, uncomfortably so. It's not like changing back towards you, but as you progress further down this cavern, the air is getting hot.
It's getting quite warm. I think Evelyn will probably, like, for the first time ever, because her hair is always just down and flowing, just probably like pulls it back into like a ponytail or something, and it's just like in the air. Just doesn't hang down straight.
That's a good look on you, Evelyn. I like both, but sometimes when you do something new, it just brightens up a whole look.
Oh, thank you.
I am worried that we might get attacked, so I'm going to drink a serene mutagen. And by drink, that's not how it works. I make food, so I guess I'm just gonna take out some gum. Right, it's not much, but it just helps me focus.
Just some focus gum. I love that.
Yeah, it's that. But as Bravegut chews that, it just kind of like my eyes focus. It's not a huge physical change, but it does give me a +2 to like will saves, but also perception and medicine and nature and religion, survival, and all that sort of stuff. So I can keep an eye out for if something pops up, because this is a bit weird.
I believe we're getting close.
Actually, I'm also going to take a chance to investigate the torches as part of my investigator shtick.
You're going to use the torches as your investigator shtick? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, pursue a lead.
Yeah, you got it.
Evelyn just holds it out to you, and then like holds the fire part to you. It's like, here you go.
This is a fascinating design. Who could have left this here? All the way up on this mountain.
Nyx pauses. The elemental energy here is overwhelming. This is more than just a dragon egg.
Oh, tell me the baby's alive. Nyx! And I grab Nyx's thigh, or like his whatever pants he's wearing, and I shake it. Please tell me the baby's alive.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm sensing, but there's powerful elemental energy here.
Oh, I'm gonna hyperventilate. The baby, I hope it's alive. Well, what else could it be? The egg disappeared this way, following the egg, of course.
I hope I'm not following the wrong trail.
What? No, of course. Why?
I hope so as well.
There's only one way to find out. If this is the Duragar with the egg, we should be prepared. I do believe we're close.
What is a Duragar exactly?
They are a type of dwarf, so to speak. Though they have a sinister nature from their background. They made dark dealings with a dark god.
Well, they are dragon egg stealing thieves. That's what they are. And worse words if I knew them. What's a worse word, Bravegut? What can I call them?
Look, there are a lot of worse words, but we are live, so I don't know if it's appropriate.
Oh, bottom-feeding scum.
That's nice. That's appropriate.
There we go.
Now, hush up now. We should try to get the element of surprise. Perhaps they're resting.
Yes.
Oh,
I should warn you, I am not incredibly proficient in combat. Nothing in the ways such as Dura and Wizwazar, where I will hold my own.
To sully your hands. You just relax and let us take care of anything.
Oh, should I summon some friends to help us?
How loud do the bones of your friends clickety-clack as they approach?
Can you ready your spell and hold on to it for the moment where you're going to drop them down?
I could certainly ready it.
That looks like some sort of fun dance. I want to learn this.
I don't want a group of little skeletons playing
She's
their
in
rib cages like
pick
marimbas.
your fighter stance right now.
Nyx turns around and grabs Sokra by the shoulders. Listen to me. Listen.
Yes.
If I am to perish or if I'm in danger, leave me and complete this task first. I have left details with Wizwazar. He can give you the information if I fall. Getting this blessing of this spirit is more important than me. Do you understand?
Yes. And I can't help but ask, you don't happen to have a life insurance policy out on you right now, do you? Because I do have some forms right here. And normally I'm not supposed to do this, but you've been really kind to us. So it would be, I'll date it a few days in the back. We could have done it on the way here. Don't worry about it.
He glances down at the papers.
You and yours are taken care of.
He looks down at the papers. I don't understand these modern creations and I won't participate in them.
Why have you only listed yourself as beneficiary?
Oh, I'll just scratch that out. No, don't worry about that. That was me playing around with some paperwork earlier.
Taking $1 million gold policy on my life? It goes only to you, Sokra? And under any circumstances? This doesn't seem right.
Don't worry, Nyx. Tia would never forgive us if we came back without you. We'll get you back home safe and sound.
I promise to bring you back one way or another.
Oh, shit. Oh, I shouldn't say that on stream.
Evelyn.
You're fine. He looks ahead towards where you guys were heading. And as he turns, you can see some orange fur grows on his hands as well as some claws from his nails. And his eyes turn kind of cat-like. And as he continues moving forward, he is completely silent. You don't hear a sound coming from him.
Nice. Does somebody have some knowledge skills they can use on this, like an occult or a nature? I have nature.
Have occult.
It's rude to roll knowledge on your
and
friends.
Arcana, and religion, or nature.
You're wanting to roll on Nyx?
Yeah, what the heck is he?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. That's a nature.
Okay.
Yeah, he gave us a... Oh, I'll roll too. He gave us a savior self-speech and then started transforming, and that's never good vibes.
Oh, I got a 25.
I got a 30.
Oh, most excellent, Evelyn.
Yeah,
I've been studying.
Midge and Sokra, you guys know that he is a druid. The way that he's shape-shifting and the way he seems so attuned to nature, he definitely seems like a druid of sorts. So he's got some quirks and some abilities like this elemental tracking that you haven't heard of before. Evelyn, you know that you've heard of druids like these. He's from a very ancient order. The whatever order he's following has things that are lost from history for the most part. Only bits and pieces surface. He's got some traits of an elementalist druid, which aren't things that you see very often anymore.
Can I tell if he's attuned with a certain type of element?
He seems rather attuned with all of them, which is also
Okay.
uncommon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking more so.
Yeah. So he's leading forward. Are you guys following Nyx?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Evelyn would be towards the back, but following.
Oh, Brave goes right up the front.
Awesome. Okay. As you guys delve deeper, it is quickly getting so hot that you feel like it's hard to breathe.
That's not good.
Do you guys have any solution for the heat? Otherwise, I need you guys to make me a fortitude save as you're progressing further, because it is
I got
it's
a
to the
potion
point
of
where-
resist fire, didn't I?
You did, yeah. Everybody
It was
did,
like
in
maybe a
fact.
waste.
How long does that
How long do
last?
they
Like
last?
an hour?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
last for an hour. Mhm.
Oh, then let's drink. Everybody, drink your potions of resistance to fire.
Oh,
Also, as a chef, I have a natural resistance to fire because I spend all of my day in the kitchen. And if you can't stand the heat,
Well, you're not
Just
in the
get out.
kitchen right now, so that one doesn't really work.
So Brave got you drinking your potion of resistance.
I'm
Yeah.
resistant to fire.
Next, do you
you-
think we're almost there?
Yes, I feel it. We're close.
Would you
I'm
say
not-
that within an hour we'll get to our destination and complete our final battle?
I think we'll be there within a matter of a couple minutes.
All
Okay,
right,
Evelyn will
away,
drink
everybody.
her potion.
Okay, yeah. This is terrible. This potion tastes not so good. But it does seem to work. As soon as you drink it, you feel your body temperature immediately start to drop down. The liquid itself is warm, but it gives you that same kind of refreshing of like drinking a cool drink. And the heat after a few seconds no longer bothers you. And you guys all have fire resistance 10, and you're not affected by the extreme hot weather anymore.
As this has happened, the sort of like sweat that was on Evelyn, like the little droplets just sort of like go into her little gravity, sort of like pull off of her face and like her neck, and are just like in her like little gravity spear around her, just sort of floating around.
Very good.
No,
Perfectly normal.
I was thinking earlier that we are a very cool group of people, but now it's not just metaphorical.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
let's move maps, shall we? You guys ready
Bye,
for like
map.
a really pretty map?
Yeah.
Ooh,
right,
oh, it's
check
animated.
out
Oh
this
wow,
map.
that is good.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got
cool.
full
Hey.
animated map courtesy of Chain
Love
Peku.
it.
Damn particle effects though.
I know, they're
Right?
so cool. All right, so you guys
Oh, look at that
exit this.
statue, everybody. Stop talking about the game. Look at that statue at the top of the map.
Yeah, look at this awesome statue.
Oh wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you guys exit out of this cavern into a wide open cavern. You can't see the ceiling. It goes very far up. This is just like a big, large room. If it's even a room, for all you know, it could be an exit to air at the top that you just can't see. As you come out here, the thing that you notice first is that there's some sort of moss all over the ground that looks almost like grass, but not quite. It's a bit more yellow, a bit more fluffy looking. And this grass is giving off this vapor that's been all over this place. And go ahead and roll me perception checks as you guys exit this cavern. I'll tell you what you guys see.
Okay. Perception.
Ugh. 16. 17.
Are you affirmated?
You guys
26.
are affirmated.
17.
I already
26 with affirmation.
pre-affirmated.
Okay, so 19.
Okay, did I get a 20 or 25?
Soka got 26, right?
Yep.
26 for Sokra. Very good. Okay, yeah, so for 26, Sokra, all of you guys notice the moss. You guys notice that there is a big glowing river of what appears to be lava. I mean, you guys aren't quite up to the edge there, but you can see just the heat rising, the heat waves, the glow of what can only be fire you can imagine as lava. And there's a little bridge crossing across this way. I think the only one who's going to be able to actually see that statue out there is Midge. In fact, Sokra, you're probably not going to be able to see quite everything here because you can only see 30 feet out.
How bright is lava?
But it's really big.
That's
it's-
yeah.
true.
A lot of lava.
And
There's
I
a
have
lot of
this
lava.
I have this light, this torch.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're going to say due to, massive glow from lava. Yeah, you guys can all see fine out here. The mist would still be disruptive, but you've all got your goggles from Skate Home. But yeah, Sokra, what you notice is you can see off in the distance to kind of like the north and the south, there are a couple of large waterfalls that are falling down. You can hear them off in the distance, and it looks like they're trickling down and mixing with this lava, and that appears to be what's the main source of this vapor that's coming up. Is it's just like full steam that just seems to trickle across, and it seems like that steam catches and makes dew on top of this moss, and that starts misting up as well from the heat. It's very beautiful in here. Also, you notice across the bridge, you see what appears to be the body of a dwarf laying on the ground, and you also see what appears to be kind of like an egg-shaped thing, kind of perched perfectly on top of this broken hand from a statue. There's some sticks and some bits of moss, almost like it's an intended little nest.
What? Do you think?
Trying to
And,
hatch this egg.
Yeah, that's what you see.
Do you
I
think?
realized this would have been a good thing to bring up earlier, but can I have been talking to Nyx on the way over here about this Duragar and the Duragars and getting some more information about the Duragars so I can, investigate?
Yeah, sure. He doesn't know much about him though, but he would have been chatting with you about Duragars.
Same mechanical benefit either way.
Yeah. I've never met more than 2 in my lifetime, but neither of them were kind people. I can't say all of them are cruel, but I know that their heritage is tied to a curse from a dark god. And because of that, most of them tend to lean towards cruelty.
Oh dear, that is no good. Out of curiosity, do you know what dark god?
I'm not sure. You could roll a religion if you wanted to try to find out which one.
Maybe it's Satan.
Oh,
All that religion
wait.
that the bureaucrat does.
could you confer with Evelyn on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll ask. Do you know anything about these dark gods? It's not really my area of expertise.
What
16.
rolls did you guys get? 16?
Oh yeah, I got a 14 with affirmation.
Can I help out with an occultism check?
Cultism wouldn't apply here.
Oh, but
they
gods
have-
are evil gods
yeah.
are occult.
Now, to know about Duragar specifically, it would be a society. To know about the god that they're tied to would be a
Wait, I know
religion.
society.
I am
Oh, I
so
got-
good at society.
Yeah,
Yeah,
society
well,
won't know
consider
what god they're
society.
tied to, but it can tell you about Duragar, so go ahead and roll them up.
Let's all pool information.
Except I'm
together.
rolling so bad. 22.
Checking if I get a
Can
benefit
the
to my-
can the digital dice, like if we all roll at the same time, can our dice knock each other's
They
rolls?
sure
I
can.
Okay, because I think I'm gonna start waiting on the roll because I just watched mine get knocked to a 2 and that was really sad.
I don't know if it like actually affects the like random chance of
No.
it, but you can definitely see them clash and move, which is interesting.
I got a 24 for my society check.
Yeah, 22.
24,
22.
22. So none of you know about the god that they're tied to, but you do know that Duragar are indeed, they're kind of like, they're similar to how Drow are. They're dark dwarves that come from a long ancient heritage that has some sort of dark dealings. And because of that, they're like dwarves, but they're different. They have a very cruel and effective society. They are obsessed with work. They will work. That is what they dedicate their lives to. They are known to enslave different people, anybody they can come across, to also bring into this work. So because of that, their societies are usually pretty grand and pretty efficient, but they are not a nice people. They're known for being able to change their size to either be larger or smaller. They have big time light sensitivity. They do not like light because they spend their entire lives underground. And they are all quite skilled spellcasters. At least they're very natural, drawn towards spellcasting. So those spellcasters that are Duragar are typically pretty adept at it.
I rolled a 25 religion. Do I know anything about their god?
A 25 religion?
Yeah.
25 religion.
For some reason, I'm an expert in religion, even though I only have a +9.
I think you do. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, you do know about the god. It was an exiled dwarven deity named Droskar. He offered them salvation from the horrors of the Darklands. In exchange, Duragars endlessly toil in his honor within their subterranean empires. Let's see here. Trying to give you like the cliff notes of it.
I don't think I probably need to know a lot about it. I just wanted to, like, if for whatever reason Sokra went down and they were like gonna finish him, and I could be like, Droskar sucks! Like, pull the attention off. That's basically all I need.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I heard you toil endlessly for him, bud, and he doesn't give you anything in return. Okay.
That's really the gist of it. And yeah, they have grayish skin. They're referred to as ashen by surface dwarves, willing to speak of them, but surface dwarves do not like Duragar. They feel like they give them a bad name. And yeah, they're all bound to just do hard labor for their entire existence in honor of this god.
Love it. All right, that's all I needed.
There's our fun Duragar lesson for the day. And hey, look, it looks like there's one laying on the ground over there.
Oh. Do you think they're hatching the egg here?
I don't know.
In this unbearable heat. Let's go quickly, check on the egg. And Midge would be stupid and just run forward.
Wait. Hold your
I'll
horses.
run with Midge. I'm following Midge.
Let's go,
Don't hop on the net before
Mitch, wait.
you're ready to fly. Come on. Can I
Like Evelyn's like right here.
like?
Chase, do I need to stop? Will you please let me know if I need to stop at some point?
You can continue going up. That's totally fine.
All right, cool. I want to go to this.
Dear.
egg. Oh, look at it. It's so precious. And I'm going to clamber up here. Can I climb up here?
Yeah, it's like only like a 5 foot tall hand.
It won't
Like,
let me
you're good.
move. Will you move me there?
I'm gonna take this
Thank you.
opportunity to
Can
draw
I-
my sword.
And can I just say,
Evelyn's-
while Midge is checking the egg, can Brave Gut? I want to do a medicine check on this downed
Yeah.
dwarf.
I want to
Yes.
sort of assist with that.
For sure. Go ahead and roll me a medicine, Brave Gut.
Can I assist? I'm trained in medicine.
Absolutely. Yeah, go
I'm
ahead and
newly
roll.
trained in medicine.
Ugh, I only got an 18. I have a plus 14 right now
Oh dang!
with
What
the
about you, Evelyn?
affirmation and the potion.
I have a
and
plus.
stuff.
Should I roll? I have a plus 10.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Thanks for getting a raid. Bright Dystopia, thanks so much.
Right. Thank you very much, friend.
Because you
And
raided,
welcome,
I got
friends.
a nat 20.
Whoa,
It's the
that's how
magic of
raids
the
work.
raid.
That's amazing. Okay, yeah. So Brave Gut, you know he's dead. You're not really sure how, but he definitely is not breathing. Now, Evelyn, you don't see it. So what you see, you can tell he's dead. You also can tell. I mean, like, how close are you examining the body? Are you like rolling it over, examining?
I
him?
mean, Chase, she is no stranger to dead things. She is like getting all up in there examining.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, so when you roll him over, you can see that there's a big gash across his stomach. It looks like claw marks. You can also see that bits of his flesh seem to be like partially turned to stone. Like he looks like he was partially petrified, and you can also see that his white beard is scorched and burnt. Also, when you're examining him, you can see he's got a belt of potions hanging around his waist.
I
Grab 'em.
snatched those.
Yeah, there are 2 moderate healing potions and 2 potions of quickness.
Love them. Should we split this down the middle, Evelyn? Just between you and me. Take one each.
Also, Evelyn, I'm going to give you one
sure.
more piece with your nat 20. There's a pile of ash next to him, and you can see sticking up from the ash, there's like a bent little scorched leg that looks like a very large burnt spider leg.
Oh, don't like that.
Can
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
gonna
a nature check on it to try and figure out what it might belong to?
For sure.
Oh, hey, Evelyn, what's that you're looking at? Tell me about it so I
Some
can
sort
have
of
advantages in our
spider
upcoming
leg?
fights.
Some sort of spider leg, it appears. I got a 23.
It looks like a giant spider leg. Not like any sort of like, it doesn't look like an ether spider or anything too crazy. It just looks like your typical breed of very large spider that you would see on the material plane. Are you trained in society, Evelyn?
Yes.
You've also read in some books that Duragar were common to have spider companions with them. That was one of the abilities they gained from their dark
Oh.
dealings, is they were able to get large beetle and spider companions.
This was probably the companion of this fellow. Did the dragon hatch? Because
Midge
This
is
Duragar has-
laying on top of this egg. Is
Yeah,
it? What's happening with this egg?
Let's pan over to Midge and Nyx. Nyx is over here examining the egg with you. Now, when you crawl up here, this egg almost looks like it's encrusted in stone. It doesn't look like you would have imagined like a great golden dragon
I
egg
know.
to look.
What happened to you, you poor baby?
It is quite large. Nyx is like looking around. He takes a deep breath. He looks at peace in this place. He's kind of reveling in like the glow of the lava as he crosses the bridge. And then he walks over and his composure turns sad and he shakes his head. I believe that the child has passed. And I'm not sure what happened to the egg. This stone is not completely natural.
Midge cries on the egg.
This dwarf here looks like he's been stoned a little bit as well. We should maybe be on our guard for some kind of creature.
Yes, I
this
agree.
is what I saw.
This is what she saw.
You see the divines? You see into the lines of time?
Oh yeah, I'm a fortune teller after all.
And you saw this?
Well, no, I saw all of us turn into stone statues.
Oh,
And
by
Midge
the
is wearing the
gods.
same hat.
We should take this egg and go. We should be gone before anything arrives.
Oh, I can agree with that.
Try and pick up the egg.
It's super heavy.
Nyx is gonna grab your shoulder, Midge, and he's gonna kind of give like a friendly squeeze. I'm very sorry. I know this must be hard for you, but this is the way of our dragon mistress that we are serving. She was once a queen. She cannot continue her bloodline. She is
You
cursed.
said that we had to leave, and you're giving me this whole backstory right now.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Help me
There will be
pick up
time on the way
damn
back.
egg.
He's gonna grab the egg and he's gonna cradle it under his arms. Unless you're gonna fight him on it. The
No,
egg is very
It's
large
the
for
same.
Midge to carry.
It's bigger than me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's about
Just
your
saying.
size.
You know, we're in a place that this guy led us to, an elemental druid with control over all the elements in a group of where there's people who've been burned by fire and turned into stone, and he's like, I guess I'll take the egg. So just in case we're worried, just like to put that out there.
Can I do a detect magic again really quick?
Oh, turns out everybody's dead. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
for
take the
sure.
egg for myself and go.
Go ahead and roll that. So roll detect magic. Gives you the school and the sources of magic. So the only thing you're getting magic off of right now, there is evocation magic coming off the dragon egg. There is also magic coming off of all those potions you just picked up.
The egg is still magical.
Well, I hope that's good for us. We do still need the dragon heart fire essence.
Would
Perhaps,
that be an evocation type of magic? I thought that would be more of like
Oh, it'd be fire, so it would be an evocation. Excuse me, Sokra.
Yes.
I can't get down. I'm gonna make grabby hands because I
Aw.
cannot move my my character off the thing.
I'm stuck.
Quick bookkeeping thing. One, Chase, was it 10 minutes since I did the Duragar talk or no?
No, probably not quite yet.
Okay. Then never mind for the second thing, and yeah, I'll go over and help Midge.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Who's taking those potions?
I thought Evelyn and I split them.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
Yeah,
so one
we
each.
split 'em up. Yeah,
So I've added to my inventory one quickness and one healing.
I
Very
just
good.
wrote it down, but yes.
Quickness potion hastes you, which gives you an extra action that you can use to stride or strike, and the healing potions restore hit points. Imagine that. Okay, Nyx takes this egg, if nobody is opposing, and he's gonna start scurrying over this way. As soon as he starts running towards this way, you guys hear this low growl and hiss
Oh, no.
from under the bridge, and you guys see these two like dark maroon, it's almost like a blackish red colored scaly claws come pulling themselves up over the ledge here.
oh, I do not like that.
Is it a
Let's
dragon?
show some art.
Is it a
Oh, thank
drake?
you.
It doesn't look quite like a dragon.
It looks
It's-
like someone mutated a dragon.
It looks like I
Yeah.
wish I didn't have like all fire spells.
I've
And I'm
some lips.
Not
crawled up over the ledge here,
spontaneous caster.
and it looks angry, and we are going to roll initiative.
Oh goodness.
So everybody go ahead and add yourselves to the encounter.
Fuck.
Let's get
Sorry.
some combat music. You're totally good. We're a loose PG-13 here, you know.
Get one per show.
Yeah, sometimes they happen.
I've
26.
Damn it!
Depending on whether-
I just like to point out. Can I don't know if you can. I think I should have. Does our affirmation go to our initiative?
Initiative.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna minus it from the enemy's initiative, so
Cool.
all of you guys don't have to adjust yours.
Either way, can you add? There should be +2 to mine from the potion that didn't get added.
Yep.
It's for my current mutagen state. So yeah. So I'm actually at 18.
Gotcha. Okay.
Don't trust
Foresight
18
faction.
too
Would you
high
like to have anybody re-roll?
Maybe Mitch.
Midge is near the back. It's fine.
I'm gonna. I'll let Midge re-roll their initiative with one of my hero points.
Thank you so much.
I think I'm on healing duty mainly, so it's probably best I go towards the end.
Is healing what your magic is good for? Because if you want to destroy people, I've
Oh
also
my
got some healing
God.
stuff going on.
Well, I have this healing wand thing, and a lot of my spells are magic.
Okay. If you
I
can
mean,
heal, you can heal.
oh
It's all
shit,
good.
I'm sorry. A lot of my spells are fire magic.
Yeah. Well, look, let's at
So-
least wait until we get hurt and then we can heal.
What was your
Chase.
reroll, Midge?
It was a total of 13.
On your reroll?
Yeah,
Ow.
Oh
Midge.
no.
I know.
Poor
It was pretty
slow Midge.
devastating.
That hurts my hero point.
I'll give you so many hero points for attacks.
Oh, just the birthday party is fine.
Thank you. So sorry, Evelyn. I'm disappointing you on every turn.
Chat
No,
is
you're not.
asking about Nyx's ancestry. If you guys want to get a character fact, I can tell you about Nyx's ancestry.
Oh,
Okay,
good to know.
So we have the dragon-like creature, Sokra, Brave Gut, Midge, Evelyn, and Nyx. So let's go ahead and let's start this encounter.
Did you
Okay,
get a 0?
Also, before we start, Nyx is automatically going to go at the end. Right? He's counting
Oh, okay.
he's counting as an event. Is this where you guys want to be situated? You guys had a little bit of time to like position yourselves, and we'll say draw your weapons if you wanted to draw weapons. We'll basically give you guys. I'll give you like a loose 1 round to prepare as this thing is crawling up.
Then could I have stealthed behind this thing so I could get a sneak attack with my spells off?
Yeah, you can definitely try that.
Wait.
It's like, is there any way that I can just, like chip the things, the Dracolich Lich's claws off the thing, make it
Keep
not a fight again? You do that thing with the worms?
keep them off the cliff. Not enough time for that.
I'm going to change my mutagens in that case.
Okay, so Brave Guts eating a Drake Heart mutagen. Midge, what was your stealth?
27.
27, you say.
Pretty decent. And I went behind the hands, the stone hands. So I scurry back there and I press my back against it and go, all right, Midge, it's time. We got to avenge that little baby. We're gonna beat this thing right into the ground.
And 27 was your total with affirmation and everything?
No, I did not add affirmation.
So it's
Sorry,
29?
29.
Okay, you are stealthed.
Okay, cool.
Remember, you move half speed while you're stealthed. If you
Okay,
want to
that's
remain
fine.
so. Okay. Everybody else good?
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
have the time to stealth and cast a spell, do I? From a scroll?
No.
Okay,
No,
that's
this
fine.
is like a quick
That's
little
fine.
preparation. Okay, so that's okay. Sorry, I had to look at how an ability worked. What is the
It has no
Oh, there we
abilities.
go. Sorry, I couldn't find the template we need here. Okay. This thing steps up here. It growls and looks at all of you. It looks very angry at Nyx carrying the egg. And it is going to breathe a big old cone of fire.
Nah. It probably wouldn't do that. I don't think that's in its nature.
So it steps up here. Its head rears back. You see fire forming in it. And it just lets out this really large for its size burst of flame.
Oh, shit.
So I need everybody except for Midge to make me reflex saves.
All right. Just checking the -1. Okay.
20.
21.
2021,
26 altogether.
26. Okay. So all of you fail. None of you critically fail. You're all counting your affirmation, right? Including you, Bill?
Yeah. That's I only added a +1 because I've got a -1 from the Drake Heart.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So you guys all fail. So you're taking full damage from this.
Oh,
And this is fire damage. Remember, you're all going to reduce this by 10 because you
Okay.
guys drank your potions.
we're fine then. How much damage did it do?
We'll see how Chase. Oh!
Yeah, you
Oh!
can't just say that, Bill.
Oh no!
It goes half my hit points.
All of you are taking 25 fire damage. So, well, it's at 35 total, 25 after your resistance. And that's its turn. It crawled up, it breathed a big old cone of flame, and it is done. That makes it Sokra's turn.
Oh
Right.
no.
Oh
You're
no.
gonna die.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't great.
Evelyn's
Yeah.
gonna die without
Great.
ever having had a birthday party or birthday card. That's
That's
I will
what you're
say-
thinking about right
depressing.
now?
Remember your hero points. Remember your blessings. Remember your potion effects.
Yeah, my blessing is about melee, and I don't do that.
Chase, do
Yeah.
we need to buy our revive tokens now, or can we do it if we have 3?
You can buy
hero
them in
points we got?
response. You can do
Okay.
them in response to dying.
Cool.
So yeah,
Just
so
wanna
this is a
make
good
sure.
time to talk about revive tokens. The first one costs 3 hero points. If you need to buy another one after that, they increase by 1 per token. So your second time 4, your third time 5.
And don't worry, guys. Chase only has 15 villain points.
I only have 15 villain points.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
oh,
wanted
also,
to
sorry,
give us points, now's the time.
Before we got started as part of our preps, can I have pre-taken a quicksilver? Sorry, a quickness potion that we just
Yeah.
found?
Yeah, go
Is
for
that
it.
reasonable? Is that okay?
That's
All right,
reasonable,
then
yep.
Then I got haste.
Okay. So I got an 18 on devising a stratagem, which I do not think is going to be good enough. Unless I get a reroll, which I don't think it would be worth it at this point. Probably, maybe.
You can take one of our. You can take the 18 if you want from our rolls.
Oh, that's a lot, but I would rather. Okay, so like if anybody has any big bomb moves to throw out, I would rather save it for that.
Why don't you take the 12? Because the 12's super average, and you have like a plus ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Take a 12.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the 12, and I'll run up, and I'll have figured out that there's a blind spot in the Dracolich, and just kind of like try and weave and bob and go and stab it. And that'll be
Now-
like a 26 or something.
As soon as you start moving,
Uh-oh.
No. Oh,
this thing is
no.
going to snap its head towards you. Its eyes flare with this green color, and I need you to make me a fortitude save. Your goggles give you +2 against this effect.
Oh, well, then we're
Killing me,
fine. You can't
Chase.
fail. There's a 0% chance that you'll fail this.
That was a 24.
Okay, a 24 means. Okay, so you are slowed 1 for a minute.
Did you add affirmation and goggles?
Did you? Did you
Yeah,
add
yeah, I
affirmation
did.
goggles?
I didn't add goggles. How much was that?
+2.
Yeah,
26.
so 26.
You save.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, I get to be useful this turn. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Well, now y'all know what to not do. Don't fail that save. It sucks.
Right?
That was its reaction, by the way.
Okay, so the rest of y'all are safe. Get that out of the way. Go up, stab it with my 28. My sword.
28 Chase, does 28 hit?
Oh, a 28. Sorry. I thought I was registering like a +28. I was like, how does he have a +28? That's the
Oh
total.
yeah, I've been hitting the gym. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you used the 12 up. I see.
Show.
I'm behind. A 28 hits.
Cool. I'll just roll that damage then.
Oh, did I roll something? No, that wasn't me. Okay.
I got a solid 7. It was fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, you go up, you cut it. Some like blackish blood goes cutting across its chest as you hit it. It growls at you, kind of like a slow predatory movement. It doesn't even seem very disturbed.
Okay. I feel like that is missing something, but I don't know what it is. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Chase,
Yes.
chat would like to know what are the random d20s between Ian and Shelby.
Yes.
20s?
So this is a perk that the community unlocked for the Foresight faction by combining a bunch of channel points to unlock this. This is some Foresight for the Foresight faction. They got to roll these 3 dice at the start of the session, and they can replace any roll, either for an ally or an enemy, with those dice. So they just used a 12. They've got an 18 and a 2 left that they can swap out for a couple rolls. And they can do that after they see the result of a roll. Okay. Sorry, I was setting a couple things up. That's your turn, Sokra. You move up, you cut it for 7,
Yep.
and you're good to go. Okay. That makes it Brave Guts' turn.
Okay. So, first things first, I have my bomb launcher and I have a necrotic bomb ready to go. I've loaded it with 3 necrotic bombs because I didn't think we'd fight any fire people. So that's what's in the launcher. So I'm going to shoot this.
Taking a shot
necrotic
with
bomb.
one of the bomb launchers. Yeah.
Yes.
Necrotic bomb going. Roll it up.
And I'm just trying to make sure I've got the appropriate bonuses. Because it's got me at plus 11. I think that's correct.
Yeah, it'll be the same attack roll as throwing your bombs. The only difference is you're going to add your int to the damage. And you didn't put any potency runes or anything on that, did you?
On no, not on it. So
Okay.
I think I'm all good. I'll just add a +2 for affirmation. Give me a +13 altogether. Oh yes, 31.
Ooh, 31 is going to hit.
Critically hit. Oh, wonderful. Thanks. Good. Okay.
Definitely not a critical hit.
Yeah. All right. I'll roll damage, which is what? Pow. It's where's that +5 come from? Is that done that appropriately?
I believe so. I think that's just part of the tier of bomb that you did. And then you also need to add your int for the
Cool.
launcher.
So another 4. Great. I'll just make sure I hadn't added. So that's 13 damage.
13, and that's negative
I couldn't
damage?
Negative damage. I couldn't get them sickened, which was my plan.
Bummer.
But there you go.
Okay. Yeah, that bomb, what does that look like? So you guys are the powder pack. Tell me what this bomb launcher looks like.
Okay, so bomb launcher, it's just like it's not super ridiculous, right? Because you can't like use gunpowder to fire a bomb because the bomb would explode, thus defeating the purpose. So it's just like a whole bunch of little gears and pulleys that will basically fire like a crossbow mixed with a sling, shoot these bombs out of this long tube. But it's honestly, it's pretty big. It's a 2-handed cannon, so it's kind of like half Bravegut size, as he just pulls this thing with this long tube with 3 little slots for bombs underneath. One of them pulls up, rolls back into the sling, and poof, fires straight out, hitting the dragon and getting a guaranteed critical hit.
Very good. Getting a nice solid hit.
Yeah, so I guess it's just 13 damage to
13.
the dragon.
Any hero points from Powder Pact? Remember, you guys can affect attack rolls and damage rolls.
I'll spend one of my hero points. Also, Chase, as a reaction, I would like to do Shadow Projectile alongside this
Yes.
Very nice.
attack.
Thank you for
Now,
the aid, Midge.
If you want to bump the damage up, it is 2 hero points.
I will spend 2 hero points to bump the damage up.
You got like 6 of them. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
you
make
got
sure
it.
you keep 3.
Yeah, for sure. So it needs to make a save. I'm low key debating if I want to turn it into an attack.
That's true. You do have a reaction with your new
I'm
spell
using this
focus
as a reaction, so I
braces.
don't have an additional reaction. It has to be a save.
Okay.
Continue.
Very true. Okay, so it's going to make, is it a reflex save?
Will save.
A will save. Okay. Here goes the roll. That's a 27 unless Foresight faction wants to use one of those dice.
It's fine. It's just 3d8 plus 2d6.
Okay.
Well, wait.
Wait.
Is this like the best thing that we're going to throw at it? Does anybody else have anything better that we could?
I don't have anything that will do more damage than this.
Then I say take the 2.
Okay. Chase is going to have a 2.
Confuse your opponent. You launch an illusionary double of your eyes projectile. So you're launching an illusory double of the bomb, the same target. The target takes 3d8 mental damage, depending on its will save.
I don't think it takes any damage.
It doesn't take any damage. It's actually just flat-footed.
But doesn't it fail if it takes the 2?
If it takes you guys are using the 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like
This
super
thing
behind
does
everything.
damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
If it fails,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
cool.
gonna have it take the 2 because we think this is like our biggest damage thing.
Cool. Yeah, that does fail then. So that's
Okay.
going to be 3d8, 2d6, and it's going to be flat-footed.
Yep.
This is good.
I'm assuming that flat-footed, because it's flat-footed against my attack.
Mm-hmm. Still no
that doesn't
crit.
doesn't push me into a crit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Big AC on this thing.
Yeah, fine.
14. I rolled so low. Okay.
Okay. Any hero points on that one, Midge?
It just does 50% more, so no, I don't think so. I think
Yes.
I think Brave Gut will have bigger hits than that.
So that was
Sorry,
a total
rolled so
between
low,
those
guys.
2 attacks. That was a total of 34 damage.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Mess him up.
Worth it.
Okay, it hisses and screams as these 2 bombs hit it. And
Do I need
that's
to stealth again? So it doesn't know where it came from?
no, I think for this one, since you're just making an illusory double, I think you're fine.
Cool. Thank you.
Brave, got anything else for you?
Yeah, that was the first of my 4 actions. So
Oh yeah, you're hasted. So that was a strike. So that can count as your hasted strike action.
yeah, so now I have a full. Now I can start my turn. I might quickly down an elixir of life to bring my health back up.
Yes.
So that's a
Okay.
3d6 plus 6 heal. So I'll just roll 3d6. Horrendous.
sad
I heal
roll.
for 12. My god. So that brings me up to 43 health. So that's my second action. Oh man, do I want to come and help out Soko? You'll die. What's your health like? Your armor like, Soko?
My armor is a 19 AC.
Oh, that's
Really?
So low.
Yeah.
That's
I-
lower than mine.
I can double check to make sure that I have everything on. Hold on.
Do you have your armor equipped?
Should.
Because my AC is 22.
My heart literally jumped into my throat when you said that.
Well, it's equipped. It's some padded armor. It gave me a 1 when I put it on. So there you go.
You need to
Okay.
get
Great.
some leather armor or something.
Yeah, maybe I might run up to get into the mix here.
Sure.
So Bravergut's going to spend another action running up. I got 2 actions left. One of them is going to be for myself. I'm also going to take a mist form elixir, which makes me concealed for the next 3 rounds in combat.
Nice.
And does it take me an action to give a? Can I like feed a potion to someone next to me?
Yeah, so I'm pretty loose with like the drawing things all the time rule. So I imagine as an alchemist, you've probably got a bandolier with
I
your
do have a
good stuff
bandolier
on your
with all the
chest. Yeah.
stuff,
So yeah, it's just an action to grab it and feed.
Sokra, would you like healing or extra armor?
Let's go for the armor for now. I'll probably be able to take a few hits. Maybe just ignore the giant gaping wound in
Yeah,
my side.
wonderful. Then Bravegut is going to just throw across to you a little like kind of a baked bun that's full of various like meats and strange bits of sauce. It tastes kind of okay, but it's like a hard bun with a big meaty filling.
This won't be
kind
like
of
last
okay.
time, right?
No, this will be very good for you. And that's a Drakeheart mutagen. So you can pump your AC up. It replaces your +1 from armor with a +5, so you get +4 AC.
That's a moderate one, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you've got-
drag that on there for you, Sokra, and that should apply automatically.
Yeah, brill. So your AC is 23. You've just got a -1 to the reflex, but I feel like it's probably worth it. So that's my turn. Done.
Very good. Okay. That was Brave Gut and Midge. You're up.
Okay. Midge is going to stay there and very quietly cast a spell. I'm going to do a summon construct.
A summon construct. Oh, that's a thing that you do. I see.
Yeah. So it doesn't give me details as to how far I can place it.
What's the range of the spell? Does it say?
I just put it in chat.
Let's see.
Summon it inside the dragon.
Wouldn't that be
Summon
amazing?
construct has a range of 30 feet.
Okay, so I will put it. I'll put it here because I want it to eventually get to be behind to provide some flanking.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, where do you have to be to flank?
Anywhere
So-
opposite. Like
So-
if you were
with a-
here to here or here to here. But if as long as you can draw a line between the two through the creature, you're good.
So
Yeah,
like
with a large
here
creature, as long as you can
wouldn't be
draw a line
flanking.
from any corner to any corner of the flanking person and it crosses the token, then you're
So
good.
this would not be flanking.
Yeah, so here and there is not flanking, but here and here is flanking.
Fudge.
Very clear.
Okay, let's see. What kind of construct are you summoning, Midge?
This is the one that I told you before. It's a clockwork little spy, is that what I think it's called?
Okay.
It's like a little one.
Okay, and where are you summoning it to?
I am summoning it 30 feet away, so here.
Okay. I will get you that momentarily.
Take your time. That takes 3 actions. Do I need a stealth again? Or do I have to do it stealthily?
Yeah, you're gonna be unstealthed if you do that.
Damn. All right. Well, I guess I'm unstealthed.
Okay.
If I can get flanking, it doesn't
Surely
matter
not
from
super
stealth.
worried about you yet.
True. It's more for like sneak attack damage.
Yeah, you can re-stealth.
I can re-stealth.
All right, and it's now got 2 actions. So what is it gonna do?
Okay, so it is going to fly to be behind and give flanking, and it's going to attack.
Nice.
Okay. So
Auto criticals from a flank.
make you the owner of this. Okay, so it's gonna go flank over here.
No, it's going to go to here.
What
So
is this
there.
little Undertale character?
I will
What
make a
the hell
token
is
for it in a
this
minute.
guy?
That's the default Foundry token when there's not a token assigned. I didn't know Midge could summon constructs yet.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to control that token. So go ahead and make your strikes and whatnot.
Strike 1. Okay. It has a +2 from chat. Thanks, chat. No, 13. It'll at least
13.
provide it for everybody else.
Yeah, so it is now flanking. So it's making it flat-footed, but it's gonna miss, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for Midge. Evelyn, you're up.
So if I drink this potion of quickness, does that take an action?
Yeah, takes an action to drink it, which you'll then get back because you'll become hasted. So you'll still have 3 actions left. One of them has to be used to move or strike.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drink the potion, I think. So I just have 3 actions. I can't get quite where I want to get this turn, but I can move. Shit, how do I? Okay. I can move right here, and I don't think I'm. Am I flanking with this person? Am I flanking with anyone?
Now it
so-
is currently flanked, so it's flat-footed to everyone around it. Sorry,
'Cause
Chase,
I
I don't
have-
know why I keep talking over you.
I have a thing. My blessing is when you're flanking with an ally, the enemy takes a -3 AC for their flat-footed penalty.
Yep, you're contributing to like this flanking surrounding.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be
So I want-
-3 to its AC now.
I wanted to try and utilize that. It's not the best one for
It's
her.
gonna have some big like attack everybody next to it attack. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Swing
I
your tail
would-
around, kill everybody.
I have 2 actions left, so this actually works. So I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, is that a attack roll? Is that a save?
I think it's an attack roll.
Okay. Go ahead and make that spell attack roll then.
I hit cast on it, but it hasn't.
Did you
there we
click
go.
the little dice, I think, next to it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's see.
Wait,
So Vampiric Touch.
wait. Does it say save DC?
Yeah, so it's a basic fortitude save, which means it's going to save and then it'll take
Oh no. Okay,
basic
I
as half if
was,
it succeeds and whatnot.
I was hoping it was an attack.
Okay, let's see here. Making it save.
Natural 1, a natural 1, that's a natural.
It's going to be a
1.
25.
So it takes nothing?
So it takes half because it's a basic fortitude save. So
Okay.
you roll the total damage and I'll take half of it.
15.
Okay. Any boosts for Powder Pact?
I mean, not for something that's gonna get halved. It feels like a waste, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to take 7 damage. And then
I
you're
get
gonna,
half of that back as temp HP.
yeah, and you can just count that as healing at this point.
So I get what, 3 or 4?
You get 7. You get a full 7.
Oh, okay.
I think, right? Oh,
Nice.
equal to half.
No,
the
I
negative
get
damage.
half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you always round down. So it'll be 3.
Okay.
And then it
I
takes
was
7
hoping
damage.
That would be more.
Yeah, how rude.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I can do this turn.
Okay, so you move up. And what does your vampiric touch look like?
I think it's sort of like, instead of just springing from her hands where she touches, it's just sort of like springs from her whole body. And it's probably this light energy. And then when it like sucks back into her, it comes back this like dark purple color.
Awesome. Yeah, so then you can see it. It almost seems to like drain the color out of it as you grab onto it there. Okay, Nyx is up. Nyx is going to, he's going to run back over here. He's going to set the egg down back here. And then he turns into a raven and he just goes flying straight up into the air, 40 feet up.
See
And you can see him kind of circling in the air 40 feet above you guys. And that's his turn. So it is now the Dracolisk's turn.
Dracolisk.
Man, I've got 15 hero points. So I'm gonna roll for the cooldown on that. I'm gonna spend 2 villain points to take a round off of that cooldown. For its fire breath.
Oh no.
And
now we're
then
all around it. It can't get us in a cone.
Brave Gut, this thing growls and it lowers its face and it meets you right in the eyes and its eyes glow. And I need you to make me a fortitude save. Your goggles give you a +2 to this.
Don't be
All right.
petrified.
And we're affirmated. Does that count?
Yes.
Affirmation definitely counts.
Yeah, get out of here.
what
32,
a
I stare this dragon
Big
down.
save.
What do you have a problem, dragon?
Wow, just nothing happens there.
Incredible.
Okay, yeah,
I
you're
will
good.
enjoy eating you later.
You feel your body kind of stiffening up and your limbs hard to move, but you shake it off. And then it looks very angry that didn't work. And it is going to, it's going to chomp at you here.
Oh
And
I'd
no.
like to see you try, dragon.
I'm going to spend, it goes like this. Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 villain points to have this be a savage jaw attack, which is going to be extra
Oh.
damage.
If it hits.
I rolled a 5.
26?
26. What's my... How... It just matches my AC. I have 26
It has
AC
a
right
plus 21.
now. I have 26 AC right now. That's
It
so
is-
rude.
Internal panic.
Very
Internal
Let me just
dangerous.
double
panic.
check that's true.
External panic.
Yeah, +3 became +5.
Okay.
7?
You take 47 damage.
Let me just make sure there's nothing sneaky I can do here.
There's
Oh wait, no,
anything
hold on.
I can do?
I wanted to check one thing.
So much
No,
regret.
it changes.
Okay.
I have
So-
26 AC. I don't like that.
So 47
Oh,
is
no,
going to
we-
put you to 0 hit points. So you can either buy
That's
a
put me
heroic
to
recovery
negative
to stay at
4.
1. Yeah, so there's no negatives in 2e, so you'll still be at 0 regardless. It wasn't a crit, so you'll go to dying 1, or you can spend your heroic recovery and you can stay standing at 1 hit point. But that'll be 3 hero points.
Stabilize you in like a minute.
I'm gonna take. I'll do that. I got 5 hero points. I'll spend 3 doing that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's your first one. Your next one of those is going to cost 4. But you're still standing. This thing chomps on you so hard. It looks like it could almost just like swallow you whole as it just bites onto your shoulder. It burns. You can feel like its teeth burn with heat. And that's its turn. Sokra, you're up.
Okay. So let's say, sorry, Brave Gut, did you decide to keep standing or no? I missed
I'm
that.
still standing.
He did.
Okay.
Call me Elton.
You have a turn before then, so I'm going to use one action to devise a stratagem. It's a solid 27. So I'm going to use my second action to do that, though.
Okay, you're going to take the 27.
Yes.
27 hits.
Better. It did better. Oh, I accidentally rolled twice. Only one of those.
I was like, man, that's a
3
lot
times.
of dice.
No, I just like seeing all the dice on the screen. So like, you only have to take the first one, but like, you know, the other two. are
Soka
for
just
me.
unleashes hell. Okay, so that's 15 damage. I'll take the first one that you rolled there.
Yeah. Take that, and okay, I'm going to go now.
And what kind of, you're using your Gale Blade here, right?
Yep, I indubitably am. Well, let's see. Okay.
And as you make that attack, this thing turns towards you and hisses with its reaction, and you need to make me a fortitude save.
Cool.
+2 against this because you're goggles.
Cool. That is a solid 25.
Okay, a 25 versus the reaction. It's not going to do it. So that is going to put you at slowed 1 for a minute.
Yep.
What does slow do in this case?
Slowed takes an
that's-
action away every turn.
That's my turn. Don't wear it out.
Well, that's all your turn.
I already
Yep.
did.
Okay.
What did you do? You attacked. Oh no, you spend a thing. Oh, that's rude.
Devise a stratagem is one action. I made it count.
Yeah, so you look towards it and you're going to like get ready to do something else, and you feel your joints just tightening up as this thing stares you with its glowing green eyes.
I knew
okay.
I should have stretched. I keep on reminding myself before a stressful activity. You need to stretch.
Brave Gut, you're up.
All right, let's see what we can do here. It seems almost pointless to have AC when it has such a high thing that it can hit you regardless. Like it rolled a 5 and it hit my AC.
Well, think of it this way. You didn't take a crit because of your AC, so you took 47 instead of 90 damage.
That's true as well.
You would have
Well,
just
I'll-
instantly died.
I still got ways to maintain AC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I'm going to use one action to lose my Drakeheart mutagen. It's gone,
Okay.
but I gain 2d6 health.
Awesome.
Oh, that's smart. Maybe I should just take a potion instead. That's maybe a better use. I have so many of them.
I would keep your AC high.
I'm going to go back to it at the end.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to take a second. No, you know, yeah, I'll do this. No, it's it's silly. It's pointless. I'll take a potion instead.
Okay.
I'm going to drink a potion. I'm going to drink maybe a healing potion this time. Why not? 3d8 plus 10 hit points. Probably need it.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, I'm going to drink this healing potion.
That is an action. Roll it up.
Oh, such low rolls.
Ouch.
So it's 18 healing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then, as my second action, I am going to. I'm trying to work out the best way to have this all kind of heal and work. I've got 4 actions. I could just take the one attack. That's maybe silly. Yeah, you know what? Second action, I'm going to get rid of my mutagen and heal 2d6 from that.
You got it.
Ugh, for 5. Good 2d6.
Okay.
Puts me on 24. I am then going to immediately. There's nowhere I could shoot a bomb from here. That'd be great. That'd be a range attack in melee. It wouldn't really work, would it?
But it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's not
why
like it would
fire-
provoke a reaction if it has one to like op attack you, but other than that, you're fine.
All right. So I've done heal. I've done get more healing from mutagen. My third action, I'm going to fire another necrotic bomb. So I will do that. This is the second one in my 3 loaded necrotic bombs. So we'll go for that. Oh, natural 20!
Hey, there you go.
Yes.
So this is from your launcher.
From the launcher.
Yeah. Which space are you targeting?
The only one that's not going to splash onto my friend.
So you're getting a nice, perfect arcing shot there.
Yeah, I
Well-
stare at the dragon and just fire directly upwards.
Man, all right. Let's see what kind of critical effect you get from this, because that's a nat 20.
All right, so I get double damage as well.
It depends on the card here.
Oh,
so
we
we're
got
gonna
cards.
roll it up. Got a card on an actual natural 20. So this is a bomber spell. This one does not apply, so we're going to re-roll it.
Can I cut him off from fire?
No, because that's not a spell.
Fine.
That'd be pretty good.
Will save or send to a random plane?
That's only if it's a spell, so we're going to re-roll that one as well.
Bomb or spell? It says bomb or spell.
Did it say bomb or spell?
It says bomb or spell. So if this is a spell, damn it.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
so excited to send this dragon to the plane of more dragons.
Okay. Okay, so it's going to be double damage, and this thing glows with the effects of fairy fire for a minute.
It's also going to be sickened.
Sickened, very nice. Okay. Sickened how many?
2.
Sickened 2.
Oh, this damage is horrendous. Do I get to add my intelligence twice?
Yep, you sure do.
That's another 8. So that's 28 damage, and it's sickened 2.
That's a lot of damage.
Mhm.
Amazing. Do you want me to spend 2 hero points to do 50% more?
Yes.
All right, I'll
Yes.
spend 2 hero points.
So that's another 14 damage on top of the 28.
14 on top of the 28. Okay, so that's going to be a total of 42.
How does he look?
So that bomb launches up. What do your necrotic bombs look like when they explode?
They just do a classic. They explode, and a ghost, green, like floating ghost skull just out of the bomb as it lands.
And then that skull goes back down to it, and it like flies down its throat, and then you see it start to glow a little bit.
Dummy.
So it cannot benefit from concealment. There's some other things that I'll put on there in a bit too. How does he look? It's looking just fine. It's cut up. It's looking burnt with this necrotic damage. It's bleeding a bit from where Sokra attacked it, but it's still standing. It doesn't really look too fatigued.
No.
Makes sense. This is a hard fight, and we're not through our second round.
Though it is
And,
starting to kind of gag a bit.
Uh-oh. Breath
I've
attack.
got one final action. Can I use the healer's glove healing on myself? The effect of it, not a heal check. It's like a special effect.
Yeah,
for
the
it.
interact action, sure.
Yeah, you sure can.
Cool. That's another 2d6 plus 7 healing from that.
Man, Brave
So
Guy has
that's-
like 9 ways to heal.
Yeah.
So that's another plus 7, so 12
Another 12 hit points.
brings me up to 36. And then as a free action, I immediately retain all of the effects from that Drake and my dragon elixir, my whatever that Drake heart, and I'm back
Very
to
nice.
26 AC and big tough scaly skin. As a free
Nice.
action.
Just drains out for a minute. You got
Sorry,
these glowing
everybody.
gloves healing.
I'll go
And yeah,
faster next time.
I
big
think you
turn,
have
big
more
turn.
hit points than the rest of us already.
Okay, Midge, you're up.
Mage folds their little claws together and closes their eyes in prayer. Oh, Callistria, the savored sting. I felt your blessings on me this day. Please, save us. Save this baby dragon's egg. And a giant wasp is going to come down. This is from Toby. I know RLU sent me this blessing. And it's a huge wasp that comes and stings this Dracolisk and reduces its maximum HP by 20%.
Ooh.
Very nice. By how much?
100%.
20%.
100%. Yeah, that checks out.
Good
Yeah,
blessing.
as this wasp goes flying down, it ignites with fire, and it just looks like this
You
crazy
killed the wasp.
fire wasp just darting right for the dragon. And yeah, it just lands right on the dragon's neck. It lets out this huge roar of pain as it lands, and that's going to take its health down.
Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. Let us have our vengeance this day. Midge is not very religious, but that might change her mind. All right.
It actually looks quite shook after that wasp stings it. It's kind of hobbling from side to side a little bit.
Okay. Then I am going to run in 5. Are we doing diagonal rules?
Are we? Yeah, absolutely.
So if this thing says I can go 30 here, it's a lie.
No, that's calculating correctly.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's why it's only 4 instead of 6.
Okay. Perfect. I'm going to go to here. And
Okay.
oh, it says there's a wall. 5.
Oh, you got to clamber
10.
over the hand.
And then to 20. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go to here.
Are you sustaining your summon?
Yeah. Did
That's an action.
Thank you. Did you? Oh, is it? Was it an action to pray to Callistria?
No, that's free actions from your blessing.
Okay.
That's a one-time use, so that's done.
Okay. Perfect. And then I'm right here, and I am going to feed Brave. Oh, I'll feed Sokra one of my potions.
Yeah, I got higher AC. Actually.
We gotta keep ourselves up. So Midge will feed a potion. Oh, Sokra, quick, take this, and I'll roll it. Use. I rolled dog. All right. It's just a little bit. It's like a little straw. I jam a straw. Suck my heels.
Y'all keep on giving me all of these potions. I'm going to start developing drinking problems.
Okay. I moved. I fed a potion. I sustained my clockwork spy. My clockwork spy is gonna attack. It's so bad, but it is providing the flanking.
It's
Yeah.
doing
Makes
its
it
job. It's being
flat-footed.
just annoying enough. Big old
An eight.
miss.
18. Okay. I guess it'll do a second attack just for kicks and gigs because 20s happen.
What? Wait, you can say that and then it works?
You just
What?
gotta ask. You
20s
just
happen,
gotta
20s
ask
happen,
for
20s happen.
Okay.
Well,
I
let's
guess
draw
I'll-
from the deck.
Critical 2 damage.
Your critical damage was 2? Is that thing literally just like chomping on its tail and being a nuisance?
Well, it does a spherical body.
It's
I think
basically
just bumping into it.
headbutting.
I
Maybe
swear to
it gets
God, if
its
this is an
attention,
X and it
though.
kills it again. What kind of damage was that? What attack did you just do?
It's called spherical body, and I
Spherical
think it
body.
literally just throws its body into
Yeah,
it.
it's definitely bludgeoning.
Probably. It says attack and finesse.
Okay, that's not applicable, so we're drawing again.
Yeah. Okay. Auto kills happen, everybody. Say it again. Instant
Auto
kills
kills
happen.
happen, auto kills happen.
Okay,
Auto
it
kills
is
happen.
sickened 2,
It's sick and
slowed
four.
1, as long as it remains sickened.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait.
reduced
Does Sicken
actions.
stack?
No, it will not. The sickened won't stack, but the slowed
Sick
will
and
add on
four.
to it.
Sick and 4.
Oh man. Okay.
What does Sicken do?
Sickened basically minuses all of your rolls until you spend an action retching and try to reduce the sickened condition.
Oh, okay.
So sickened and slowed is a nasty combo because it leaves you with less actions to retch with.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all of my actions.
Okay, Midge and the little sphere are done. Evelyn, you're up.
So I'm hasted.
You are hasted, so you get one free action to stride or strike this turn.
Oh. I have to use it for that? Okay.
Yeah.
Straddle strike.
Okay. I'm going to move then, because I don't think I'm providing any flanking.
Very good.
I'm going to go back here. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me think this through really quick. Okay, they're
Spreading
also
out is-
within 30 feet.
Yeah, spreading
good.
out is good to avoid that dragon. flank.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you all were still within 30 feet for potential heals,
Mm.
which I'm not going to do this round, but you know.
No, we're doing okay.
When I animate dead, though, they get their turn immediately, right?
Yeah, they'll get, so as soon as you summon them, they will get 2 actions.
Okay, so I'm going to use I'm going to upcast my signature spell, Animate Dead, at 3rd level.
Ooh, 3rd level, okay.
So that gives me, does that give me one of my new?
It
My-
does. So if
Okay.
you open that animate dead folder, any of the ones with 3rd next to the name.
Okay, perfect. I did see the one that I wanted already, I believe. Oh shoot, let me just double check. Yeah, I'm gonna take out I'm sorry.
No, you're
this
totally
guy,
fine.
I think.
You guys are doing great. You're good.
Skeletal champion.
Skeletal
Love
champion.
it.
There is that for you. Place it where you want. You should be able to control it.
I'll put him here. Just in case one of the flankings go away.
Very good.
Okay, so that's 4 turns. So that's
Yep,
all
so
of my
now-
turns.
So now the skeleton gets 2 actions, and because of your community project perk, along with those 3 dice, your summoned creatures get fortune on their first round. So any attack rolls you make, you roll twice and take the better
And
result.
as we all know, 20 happen.
20 do happen. Also, a skeleton
Okay.
champion is much better than the little spherical spy.
No, really?
So
We're not looking at a
okay.
2 damage crit?
I'm trying to see if it matters which one I hit with, because it's got a couple different weapons. It doesn't look like it. So I will use the long sword. And so I roll this twice.
Yep.
29.
19's happened, but 20's also happened.
Oh, it was right
It was
there.
really close. It was
It
really
was very close.
All right, so 29 on the first one. So
Also,
that-
I'm going to see who Pork Chops wants to bless before we resolve this, because maybe it'll matter.
Pork
Bless me. Bless me, pork chops. Pork chops, bless me. Bless me, pork chops.
You stop that.
Pork chops. Pork
All right,
chops,
so that was
bless me, pork
11
chops.
damage from the skeletal champion.
Pork chops.
Wait, what about me? Pork chops, you're my friend.
Too much pressure, but listen to Bill's voice.
I'm the only character who could cook you in universe, pork chops.
Okay. Do we really want to reward the guy who was whispering into your ear?
I don't know. I'm all about pork chops
They don't deserve it,
ASMR.
pork chops.
I think Pork Chops is going to
giving
pick
some.
everybody.
Yes.
Understand.
Rat
You don't understand, you're like I do,
ASMR.
pork
Let's do it.
4
Pork-
blessings
Oh
for
my
Brave Gut.
gosh.
It's all
Blessings
4
from
blessings
pork
for
chops.
Brave Gut, pork chop.
So,
Brave
I'm going to assume Pork Chops is picking
all of them for
everyone.
me.
Thank you,
Brave
Pork
Gut has
Chops.
100 blessings.
So, Sokra, you're blessed by Iomade. You can either, if an enemy damaged an ally last round, you gain +2 to attack rolls against it, and you increase your rolls against it. You increase your damage roll by your level. So that's what you get. And then everybody else is boosted up. Midge, that gives you a second blessing, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's see what your second blessing is. It's Callistry again, so we're going to re-roll.
Would take another wasp, actually.
Desna. So
Chase,
you're gonna.
what about
yeah,
another wasp?
you have to get the major for that, and you can't have the same blessing twice.
All right. That makes sense.
So you got your minor Desna blessing. So if you're brought to 0 hit points, instead of dying, you take a quick nap, and you come up with half hit points. It happens
Amazing.
once. And then Evelyn, yours increases to moderate.
Yes, I can actually do something with that too, so I'm happy.
Awesome. Very good. Okay, and I think that's Brave Gut. You're major now.
No, am I major?
Moderate? You're moderate.
I'm now just moderate.
Very
Which
good.
lets me react by electrocuting somebody when they attack me.
That is pretty cool. Very good. Okay. All right.
So, okay.
You got 1 action left.
Well, yeah. So my moderate blessing is I can mark a target as prey with a single action. Oh shit, do I have to wait till my next turn?
No, I'll let you do that with your skeleton. Your skeleton and you share blessing.
Okay. Either your damage roll or the damage rolls of a single ally of your choosing increase by your level against your prey. So it increase 5 to the damage.
And you can have yourself benefit from that, or you can pick one of your allies to benefit.
How many HP does my skeleton have?
He's got
700.
25.
I'm going to have Brave Gut's been doing the most damage, right?
A good mix, honestly. Probably Brave Gut a bit though.
Okay. I'll let Brave, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's 5 damage either way. So I'll let Brave Guts, since mine's mainly AC based or like save based, so I'll let Brave Guts
I've
do an
got
extra
plans for
5
attacking
damage.
next turn, yeah.
Okay.
Very good. Okay.
But it did did you see the 11 damage I rolled before all the
did,
blessings?
and I applied it, and it cuts into it real good. It goes right under the wing.
Okay.
It's looking pretty rough.
Perfect. And so that, I guess, uses the other skeleton's turn with the blessing.
Yep. So that is Evelyn's turn. So Nyx is going. Nyx is circling around as a raven, and you see that raven take a deep dive right down towards the dragon. And as soon as he's like 10 feet away, he shifts from a raven into a bear. And you just see him flying down, take a big old swipe with a bear claw.
I love it.
Okay.
Ah.
And that is going to hit.
For 100 damage.
What is his bonus?
It's
high, isn't it?
No, it is pretty high. Maybe this is gonna roll. There we go.
On a scale to 1 to 20, where does he fall in a level category? You know, how
Scale of
powerful
1
is
to
he look?
20. He's close to you guys. He's a bit higher. That's gonna be 26 damage. So he comes plunging down. He smacks it. He kind of like just lands like right on its face and crunches it into the ground. It pulls its face up out from under his paw. And that's Nyx's turn. Okay, it's the Dracolisk's turn.
Flat-footed, sickened, slowed, ugly. What's this dragon gonna do?
This dragon, first off, I'm going to spend 5 villain points for a special ability. This thing rears its head up, it glows with flame, and it breathes its fire right at the ground and then pushes itself up. So it's launching into the air, and everybody adjacent to it needs to make me a reflex save.
Oh no.
And
I'm not
this
adjacent.
does provoke op attacks, which Brave Gut, this triggers your blessing, and also Shelby, your skeleton can attack.
I get an opportunity attack.
Okay, I got a 15 with that.
Does it matter what I attack with?
No!
Uh-oh.
We can should we Ian?
Yeah, just give me that
Sokra?
18.
Did you roll your reflex save already?
Yeah, it was a 15.
I'm worried about the critical fail.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad. But also they're 2 separate rolls, so you can't. Why not both?
Or can
Oh wait! Oh, here, yeah. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'll just spend 2 hero points, and you both re-roll. I can do that, right?
Yeah.
No, so saving
What?
throws are company of honors, not foresight factions.
No.
Okay.
But-
So
Yeah, you guys can put an 18 on one of those.
You turn my 1 into an 18. Leave Sokra to fry.
Oh,
well, I'm just worried because is a 1 a failure or is a 1 a critical failure?
A one is a
It's
critical
a crit
failure.
fail.
So that's what I'm really worried about.
Yeah, I'll die. If your choice now is you can be very nice and give me the 18.
I'll give you the
Or
18. I'm
I'll
so
die.
sorry. Sokra, I'll spend all of my next turn healing you. I have
Okay, that's
stabilize.
good. Thank you. I'll be sitting here with broken bones until then. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Brave Gut's getting the
It's
18.
supposed to be that way.
Yes, that puts me to
Brave
31.
Gut doesn't have enough hero points for another recovery.
That's true. Okay, so Brave Gut, you're succeeding. You're taking half damage. So you're critically failing. You're taking double damage.
Critically failing?
Oh.
And then Nyx. I need to roll for Nyx. And then your skeleton, Shelby.
Yes. Does it matter which one I make?
It's a reflex save.
Oh, reflex save. Yes.
Mhm.
Sorry.
So you can click on the token.
I thought I
which
was
is
getting my
reflex.
attack of opportunity first.
Oh, yeah, you'll get your op attack. I'm just getting those sorted out so I know what I'm working with.
Are they
Okay,
affirmated?
They are, yeah.
19?
No, heroes are not affirmated right now. Villains are
They're
affirmated.
When did that happen?
not.
Why are we
What's
not
wrong with you
Right.
all? Why would
Toby
you betray
did
us
it.
like this?
It was Toby, I think.
Undo
Okay.
it. Undo it.
So skeleton fails, Sokra crit fails, Brave Gut succeeds, Nyx is going to succeed as well. So take your op attacks, we'll apply the damage, and then you're going to take your damage.
I'm not going to use my trigger because my thing is, or can I use it multiple times? For my blessing?
Yeah, anytime you're attacked.
Oh, sweet. Then I'll do that. That's fine. He takes 5 damage.
Okay. He
He's
gets
also slowed
zapped.
1, but he's already slowed 1.
20.
Did the
Nice.
skeleton nat 20'd its op attack?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, the minions are like just going strong.
I don't
Okay.
get a normal opportunity attack, do I?
Oh no, I rolled
No.
a 1 on the
You have to have
damage.
the op attack is a special ability in 2e.
That's
The
what I
skeleton
thought, that's what I
happens to
thought.
have it.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 on the damage.
Ooh, can I let you reroll damage or something? No, I can only.
That's
add
10.
damage.
10.
Okay, so this is what's happening. This is all happening simultaneously.
Does
Number
skeleton
one.
still have fortune?
Oh, it
Because it hasn't
does.
taken its second
But
turn
it,
yet.
it crit anyways.
Oh, it
But
doesn't
I
get
don't
to
get to
reroll
reroll damage.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the damage for this attack here. So it's 23. So Sokra, you're taking 46
Minus 10, right?
minus 10 because it is fire damage.
Oh, what? I'm still up? What?
Scathe home coming through strong.
Yeah, I have some people to thank when I get back. Oh, man. Got
Okay.
some,
I'm
got
taking-
some buddies to have a drink with.
Does
Uh,
that mean I take 1 damage?
yeah, you do only take. No, you take 13 damage.
Is it? No, but I take half.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and then
you're right.
minus 10. So I'm
Yep.
taking 23 halves to 11.
Yeah,
So my
1
skeleton
damage.
takes
Take
23.
one.
He
Yeah,
has
your
a
skeleton takes
5
23.
resistance to fire. So
Wow,
he
look at that.
takes 17.
Okay, yep, 17. So your skeleton's still up. So this thing launches
Okay.
into the air. It breathes fire. Everybody who took damage from that is knocked prone. And as it's flying up in the air, it arches its neck down. I'm spending 5 villain points. A death throw because Shelby, you're going to tell me how your skeleton kills this on the way up.
Wait, my skeleton killed it?
Yep.
What a donkus!
So my skeleton, I think it's like the fire just goes through because it's wearing armor. It's a skeletal champion. And it's wearing like breastplate or whatever and has like a shield. And you just see like the fire like shoot through all the bones and stuff. And I think it was like sort of in this kneeling position, with its long sword, like waiting to be of service. And it just swoops and like stabs upwards into the Dracolisk. And just sort of stands there as the fire is like smoking through its bones, like a very loyal servant.
Very nice. Yeah. And this thing takes up in the air. Skeleton, plunged into it on the way up. And as it's dying, its head falls down. This is the 5 villain points. And its eyes flash at Brave Gut one last time. And Brave Gut, I need you to make me one last fortitude save.
I've said the fortitude.
Your goggles give you a +2 to this.
But we're not affirmated.
Not affirmated. Oh, you are affirmated.
we are.
Somebody,
Oh, brilliant.
they
We're
got
back.
you again.
Well, then that's 23.
Are you already slowed 1?
Me? No, I'm happy. In fact,
Okay.
I'm hasted.
Oh, you're hasted. Okay. Well, your haste now falls off as your joints start to tighten. If you're already slowed 1, you would have been a goner there. But you kind of just shrug that off, and this thing goes plunging right back down to the ground with a big thud. Its body goes sliding down into the lava.
Wait, catch it! Everybody catch
I
it!
wanna
Don't let it slide in!
You want to harvest it?
Yeah, I
You
wanna
guys,
harvest
can,
it.
you guys can catch it. It's like a slow roll.
Yeah, good. All right, drag it
My,
on,
my
everybody.
skeleton champion like lurches to catch it.
like the champion it is. Very good. Yeah, and we are out of initiative.
There's one further thing, Chase.
Uh-huh.
Midge will advise everyone to step away from the clockwork spy. Her eyes kind of wide as it starts like flailing and it's like emitting this high-pitched tinny scream. And then like 6 seconds later, it explodes.
Oh yeah, it died in that blast, didn't it?
Yes, it really did.
Does that
forgot
do
about the
damage
spy.
to my skeleton?
Well, you have enough time to move, so you're good. But it,
Okay,
like
'cause
on
my
its
skeleton
next
also
turn,
explodes when it dies.
Everybody,
It's a chain reaction.
Boof, boof, boof.
Brave Gut explodes.
I think the skeleton went to like catch it, so it's probably over here.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Hans Smalllegs pretends to explode. He goes,
No.
So
"Oh,
cute.
Hans."
Wait, can Hans please hop out of my birthday cake later?
Sure.
happen?
He's also
It's gonna be
usually a
such a
waiter
great
at the high
birthday.
tea.
Okay.
His hands are the size of platters. Just bring everything out.
Okay. We're out of initiative. Nyx breathes heavily. He turns back into his humanoid form. I haven't done battle like that in quite some time.
You were amazing. You turned into a bear and you fell onto a dragon. It was spectacular. You shouldn't have undersold your abilities beforehand.
Oh yes, you were quite wonderful in combat. I've never seen a bird turn into a bear and then attack a Dracolis before.
To be honest, that wasn't the type of dive I was expecting you to take.
I loved it.
Well, thank
It
you.
was very exciting.
My might is nothing compared to all of you, but I appreciate it. Now, before your fortunes come to pass, let's take that egg and get out of here.
Oh yes,
Okay.
let me just patch Soker up a bit.
Yes,
Oh,
please,
yes.
and thank you.
Oh, I can take charge of that if you'd like. I don't know what your medicine bonus is.
Oh, I'm quite skilled. Thank you.
Okay, cool. I've got a plus something stupid.
Oh, brave
Oh,
guy,
only a
do
plus-
take
only
care of
plus 10.
yourself. I'm so concerned for you.
No,
And-
I'm fine.
Any healing is maximized since we're out of combat. Nyx walks over to this Duragar, and none of you speak Druidic, right?
No.
No.
He starts speaking some sort of language that none of you understand, as if he's talking to this corpse. And he's gonna grab it, and he's gonna go over here, and he's gonna throw it in the lava.
What? What?
I'll just
He didn't mean to go in there with it.
Did it have? Oh, okay, that's good. I'm over
Evelyn
here.
will just do, since all healing's maximized, she'll just do a pulse wave of the 3-action level 1 heal spell.
Nice.
I
Everybody
guess
heals for
she'll
8.
she'll do one from the staff and one of her own spells, so it'll be 16.
Nice. Everybody
Oh, no.
heals for 16.
I'm practicing.
And no, chat, that's not a regular Pathfinder rule. I just like it because it speeds up things between combat. And I feel like if people can take a little more time to be careful about how they're
Yeah, it's
healing,
like
it
a
makes sense
Taken
to be more
20.
efficient. Yeah.
Taking 10 out of yeah.
Nyx is also going to go over here. He's going to grab the egg. He's going to cradle under his arm again. Let's go.
Right then.
Nix, are we in a rush to get out? I feel like the
She
threat has
divined
been-
ill fortune, so I feel like we are.
Yes,
I
please,
feel
I
I
haven't
wanted to
seen
take some
anything
time
that
to
turns
butcher
into-
this dragon.
I think that we should best go.
All
I too
right.
would be interested in its scales, however, but perhaps now's not the time.
Okay, I suppose we can leave. Oh, I'm coming back for you,
I
dragon.
will see if I can have it sent to you later. How about that?
That would be wonderful.
That would be wonderful. Split it down the middle, send half to us and half to the Foresight faction. Or give the skin to the Foresight faction if you want its scales, and I'll
Oh,
take
yes.
everything inside, shall
Yes,
we?
you can have the meats. I'm interested in the talons and the scales.
And I'd like the meat and the innards.
Oh, perfect.
I'll let you work out the custody of the meats, but for now, let's go.
All right.
Proceed onwards. Talking about
I think
custody and-
Evelyn would probably come up to Brave Guy and just talking about how she's gonna use the scales and what are you gonna do with its guts?
Look, the guts of I've got there's two aspects to my business. The meat is for the restaurant. It's always a good Dracolis. Oh, it's wonderful. You can prepare it perfect. It's hard to get it right, but it comes out very good. And of course, the innards, well, they're disgusting and bilious and poisonous. They're perfect for my other side job with the powder pact.
Oh.
The amount of potions and strange necrotic. How do you think I made that crazy skull come out of that necrotic bomb?
That was quite cool.
It's
Who
all
gets the
about guts and
bones?
poisons. Oh, I wouldn't mind the bones.
I
You can
would
make
like
good
the bones
stock
as
out of the
well.
bones. I think I could craft some wonderful things. I want to see if I can get a really cool bow.
Let's split the bones down the middle.
Can I have the skull?
We
If you
should
want this, no, we're
not
discussing things here.
we
If
should
you want
not
the-
talk about this in front of Frivona.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's why we're dealing with it now. If you want the skull, you get a smaller percentage of the overall
Deal.
skeletal
Deal.
mass because the skull's pretty bloody cool.
That's deal.
It's so cool.
All right, we'll go 70-30 because your 30 includes the skull. That seems fair to me.
Evelyn, I'm quite small. Do you think I could just have enough skin for a vest?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, thank you.
We could
Wonderful.
probably do a brim on a hat as well.
That's perfect. Soka, if you could do the paperwork as we go, just to make it official, we can grab the egg and leave.
I mean, what do you think I've been doing this whole time? So I haven't
yes,
been
I-
able to talk
Soka
like
just
this.
scribbling furiously.
Slow down a little, I can't
Percentages.
keep up.
We safely
good.
make it back to the
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna time skip. You guys go past. You quickly move past that room where the Enclaves were, but you don't see any sign of them aside from shattered snares on the ground and some dripped
look, once we
acid.
get to that room, I can give everybody Quicksilver potions so we can all increase our speed by like 10 feet per round. We can just zoom through that room.
Very good.
I like that.
Yeah. So you guys go flying through, and you guys eventually surface again up in front of the dragon. Let's go ahead and let's go back to this map, shall we? Yeah, so you guys are coming out from this side, so we'll put you guys over here. The dragon is still up there perched, and she turns around and sees you on and perks up immediately, stands up, comes walking over.
That's it. You found it. Please tell me the story. Where was it?
Mitch, would you like to take the lead?
I would love to. Frovena, when we traveled deep into this cave, we came across some terrible beasts guarding the way. They were weird creatures that burrowed under the ground, but we managed to slip past without getting hurt. Then when we went in, there was this terrible chamber of lava and heat in this giant statue, and we found the egg in what appeared to be a nest perched on top of a statuesque hand. Next to it, there was a terrible I can't say the word, dark dwarf, and it was terrible, but it was dead, and its familiar dead at its side. And then out from the lava crawled a Dracolich, and it fought us when we tried to take the egg, but we prevailed, victorious, through the strength of everyone you see before you.
It was a Dracolisk. Aside from that, your story is true.
I will
Sorry
say,
that I have an accent.
Pravena, if you do need to turn your wrath towards anyone, I wonder perhaps if the dark dwarves knew of your curse. It looked as if they were not preparing the egg for consumption or anything of that note, but were trying to hatch the creature before the Dracolisk destroyed everything. Mayhap they knew of your curse and were trying their best to avoid the tragedy that has befallen you and your... Yes, I'm sorry, but perhaps it was not as ill-willed as it may have seemed.
I would like to believe that. It would be nice to feel that they went out on some sort of good deed. But if that is the truth, then I feel sad for them, and I appreciate their sacrifice.
Before we continue, last poll is up. Final chance to vote for your favorite guild this session. Foresight Faction's leading it, but got one last chance for the Powder Pact here, so go ahead and vote, everyone.
Oh, man,
Well,
look,
then.
if you want, come on, support the Powder Pact. We did a lot of cool stuff. We sickened the dragon. We put all those snares to protect everybody from those angry beasts. We had a great time. And look at us, we're talking to a dragon right now. Vote for me. Oh wait, this seemed to work earlier.
Everybody vote for Brave Gun. Vote for Brave Gun.
Bill's using ASMR.
Be like Porkchop and vote for Brave Gun. Mitch crafted. Brave Gun did cool stuff. Look at all those potions. Oh, all that healing. Remember that? Oh, remember how everybody's AC was high?
Hey, you healed yourself.
I also saved.
Why are you just whispering over there in the corner? We got more important things to do.
Okay.
Brave Gun starts whispering to the sponsor.
I gotta go talk to this dragon, but just remember, vote Brave Gun. 4 more years of Brave Gun.
Oh no.
Oh, wonderful.
Sorry, I was just whispering into this bag of holding that I carry.
You're messaging the interplanar entity.
May I have the egg, please?
Of course.
Nyx is going to hand it over to, he's going to go and he's going to aggressively shove it into Sokra's chest so that Sokra can get a good grip on it.
Sorry, my mind went for a second. What's being shoved into my chest?
The egg. He's giving the egg to you. Very aggressively.
Hello there, little egg. How are you doing?
The dragon just stares at you, looks very sad.
Sokra, the dragon's waiting for the egg.
Oh, yes. Here you go.
As you approach and give the egg, the dragon suddenly starts to glow. Her scales seem to reflect more brightly on the sunlight, and you see her shrink down significantly until she's at a humanoid size, and she transforms into an elf. Beautiful golden blonde hair, long white dress embroidered with just very intricate gold designs, gold circlet. She's got still the kind of deep gold draconic eyes, and she'll walk up to Sokra and she'll take the egg. Thank you all so much for what you've done. This means the world to me. I always tell the dragons who wish humans and the smaller folk death and destruction that there is good in you and there is love in all of you. And I appreciate what you do. I will always have your back if it is needed. Now, I do still sense a spark in the ember heart. My young is gone, but this is a final gift that they can give. Who am I giving it to? Nyx stands up aggressively and kind of puts himself in front of Midge and Bravegut. I mean, no offense, but this will go to somebody with the Foresight faction.
Oh,
I trust their tribe. The last time I trust another, it ended drastically, and I will not have it again.
I'm not quite sure yet if I trust you, so I think that's all right.
He nods. That's fair. Sokra or Evelyn will take the spark.
The all spark.
Meaningful look at Evelyn.
I don't.
Nope,
There's
they're taking too long. Oh, get
There's
it.
a lot
Hurry,
of
give me this.
meaning in your look, but I can't decide what meaning that is. I would happily take the spark.
The dragon nods. It is mostly a gift, though with all powers can come curses. There may be those who
I'm
wish to
used to
take it from you
curses.
someday. I can sense that on you, and it seems you harness it well. So this should be familiar to you. Very good. Approach me then.
Sokra, do you mind?
Oh, yes. Go. Take the blessing. Take the blessing.
Okay.
So yeah, you walk up to her and she smiles at you. She closes her eyes and she starts speaking some ritual in Draconic. If any of you speak Draconic, you'll know what she's saying. It's really just kind of like a nice, almost like a eulogy of sorts. It's very sad, very precious. And then as she's doing that, this stone on this egg starts to fall off and reveal this golden plated looking egg beneath. And it starts glowing with this orange energy, and you can feel the heat radiating off of it. She gives a little gentle kiss on the top of the egg, and then that energy goes raising up to her lips, and she almost looks like she inhales it. And then she blows it out towards Evelyn. And Evelyn, as it reaches your lips, you can feel it. You just breathe it in like a warm breath of air, and then it is just a rush of energy. You feel just perfect health for a moment like you've never felt before. You feel power. You feel this new understanding of your abilities and your magic that you never knew you could harness before. And then something transforms about you, something that looks very fiery. So why don't you tell us, what kind of physical change does Evelyn have here that marks her with a blessing of fire?
I think that she will get up and down her arms these sort of like blue flame tattoos that are like spiraling up her arms as like these sleeves.
That's so cool. I
like
love
blue
it. Yeah.
and purple flame. Maybe some gold in there for the gold dragon.
Nice. Yeah. So as that energy like goes into your body, you can see it almost looks like burning fire going down your arms. And then when the glow settles down, it's that intricate blue and gold pattern. And the dragon just nods at you again. Thank you. And I hope that you can find your solution with this.
Oh.
Nyx, you're always welcome in my home. And then she starts growing again, and you can see wings sprout from her back. And she turns into this gargantuan gold dragon again. And she goes walking over, egg still held in her claws as she goes over here and she sets it down. You're all welcome to stay as long as you would like.
But I'm going to take some time alone now.
Thank you so much for your kindness and your blessing. I
Dragon gives a nod.
wish you all the peace that you may find.
You can think you see like another smile move on her lips. Then she lays down and she curls just around the egg over there where she set it down. Okay, Evelyn, for new stats, I'm going to give these to you in Discord so you can write them down, but I'm going to give you a quick overview here.
Okay.
You are gaining another focus point.
Oh, okay.
You gain fire resistance equal to half your level.
Cool.
You gain, so for every spell level that you can cast, you can pick one fire spell off of the elementalist spell list to add to your spell repertoire.
Okay.
You gain the whirling flames focus spell, which is you create 2 large AoEs of fire. And then you gain the metabolize elements feat, but only for fire. And that it means whenever you take fire damage, you can spend a reaction to make yourself hasted.
Ooh. I'm now fire and death. I love it.
And those are the stats that you get. Nyx steps up. He puts a hand on your shoulder, Evelyn. This is a great gift you've been given.
It is. I never could have imagined something like this.
Indeed. Once in a lifetime opportunity. And more importantly, it'll gain us access to the temple. This means you must come with us when we go to the temple. You're the only one who can get us in.
Okay.
Very good. Bravena, if you don't mind, we have some great beasts of the sky we would like to use to leave here. She turns around and she nods in agreement. No more stairs for you, dear friend Sokra. Let's take the birds.
Thank you. Oh, my little
dump
bird
another
can take no more.
healing spell into Sokra to get like another 8 hit points.
And as you guys are prepping to take these thunder griffs to leave, the dragon perks up for a minute.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's one more gift I would like to leave you with. Something from my personal treasure hoard.
The dragon moves over to this pool here and it swipes aside just a big pile of rocks, and you can see there is a huge cave full of treasure there. And she reaches her claw in, and with just a couple large claws, she pulls out just the most beautiful looking scimitar that you've ever seen. I don't know which one of you would take this.
I know that you have rules within your guilds and your alliance, but here it is.
And she tosses it in front of each of you. This is a South Wind's Scorch Song. This is a uncommon scimitar. It's +1 striking flaming, and it does extra damage whenever you have a bonus to your movement speed.
Cool.
And she'll toss that over. Nyx will pick it up and then he'll wrap it up for one of you guys and hand it over. And we'll fade out as you guys are flying away on your lightning griffs, and we'll call that a session.
Brilliant.
So good job, everybody.
Nobody died.
No one
I mean,
died.
except
You
for a
guys did.
baby.
Okay.
Very sad. Very sad.
Dark. Very sad.
Okay,
I mean,
so
if we want to get into breaking eggs, Bill, brave gut.
Did not.
now, Foresight Faction won the bonus renown this job, so congratulations, Foresight Faction. That means Foresight Faction is earning 2 renown this session. Powder Pack, you earn 1 because nobody died and you guys successfully completed your task. And yeah, that's the renown. Now we have loot to divvy out. Basically, Foresight Faction, this was your session. So you have 2 options here because there was not a ton of loot. You guys drank the potions of quickness already. So there, and you drank 1 of the moderate healing potions, correct?
I did. You
yeah.
didn't.
So you can either take the Southwind Scorch Song, or you can take the leftover healing potion and compensated gold to match the amount of the scimitar. from your guild?
I can use scimitars, I'm pretty sure.
It is a
Yeah.
martial
already have a-
weapon.
I will say, if you want to take the weapon, you'll get much more use of it than we
Yeah,
will.
none of us in our we can't even hold it. We're all too small.
Yeah, it's up to you to decide. I mean, I got a blessing from a dragon. I also
Raiden doesn't
don't use weapons.
Raiden doesn't use weapons either, right?
No, and
Raiden
Raiden-
rips runes off of weapons, and that's about
Yeah,
all Raiden does.
Raiden just
Okay.
took the rune sword thing. So if you want a cool weapon, this is all for you.
Cool. I'll take it, and then we have an extra +1 striking rune just kind of sitting around. And another one, I think. So I'll have to make some use of those.
Yeah, it's if you use scimitars, it's a pretty good one. It's a strong weapon. So, yeah,
Especially if you can find a way to get some haste.
Yeah, it once per day can haste you as well. So
Brilliant. And then it gets its own bonus damage. That's brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
it doesn't haste you. It once per day increases your movement speed, which triggers the damage increase.
On level ups, I can change a spell if I need to, right?
Mhm.
Okay, because I'm just saying, because I've got a lot of fire now with the extra fire spells, so I might rearrange some stuff.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, the elementalist spell list is its own spell list, so you can take a look at that. I'll share it with you, and you can
Okay.
add your stats. It's some pretty neat stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, I think we're going to call that a session. Thank you so much, chat. Tons of interactions. I used almost all 20 villain points, and you guys still got through without even using your 18 there. Minions coming with nat 20s, big old bomb launcher nat 20s, good stuff. Very smart avoiding the Oncrovs. They would have worn you down a lot, so good job.
Yeah.
I don't think we have another stream this week. I think that was it for this week. We're taking tomorrow off, but we'll be back on Monday with more Frost Geeks, playing our D&D 5e Rime of the Frost Maiden. And then next week on Tuesday for Treasure Hunters, we have, who's up next week? It's, I believe, Company of Honor. It's their job, and they are being joined by the Goldbloods. So you will see the Goblins and the Goldbloods teaming up. It should be a fun time. Definitely make sure that you guys join us for that. Aside from that, if you guys like what we do and you want to see more, please follow or subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, or social media. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Cast? We need to tell how cool you guys are. Let's do one more go for you guys. Shelby, tell us about you and where people can find you.
Hello, I'm Shelby Hall. I'm a TTRPG GM, player, and streamer, as well as a variety streamer here on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter and on Twitch and Instagram at Shelby as a Nerd. And I'm currently open for spooky stream bookings too. So hit me up.
Awesome. It's that time of year. Ian, tell us about you.
Yes, I am Ian. I go by Cash Miss on the internet, especially on the YouTubes, where I have a tech edutainment channel making jokes about computers that are almost sometimes funny. And then I also have a new channel, new project, looking forward to some cool stuff coming out in the next few weeks. D&D focused scripted audio dramas called Tales by the Tavern Fire. Go give it a look if that sounds like your thing.
Looks very neat. Thank you, Ian. Bill, tell us about you. Aside from doing ASMR, what do you do here?
I'm Bill. I'm a podcaster. I have a show called Escape This Podcast, where we have guests on to play through TTRPG-esque audio escape rooms that we then record. That's great fun. Go and check out some of our fun previous episodes. Go back to the start of the year and listen to us do an extended arc where there's 10 escape rooms all connected by a meta story that's kind of Truman Show-esque. First episode has the two of the McElroy brothers playing through, so that's always good fun. And I have another show. You can find everything I do at consumethismedia.com. We have Twitch as well. We're playing through Riven right now on Twitch, which is a lot harder than Myst, I gotta say. But and that's me. Hi. Hello.
Awesome. Thanks, Bill. Em, tell us about you.
My name is Em. I GM and play games here on this show and guest on shows wherever people will have me. So if you need a player in your game, hit me up.
Awesome. Wonderful cast. You guys were tons of fun. You kicked some serious ass. So I'm Chase. I'm the Game Master, level 1 Geek. Make sure you join us next Tuesday. Follow us if you're not following us, because we love new friends. We want you guys to see when we're going live. Come join our Discord and hang out. We do lots of fun stuff in Discord. We talk about food. We share memes. We talk about all sorts of games. It's a good time. If you want pretty dice and stuff, check out our affiliate links below. We've got Die Hard Dice with some gorgeous dice and some discount codes. We also just got an affiliate link with Hero Forge, and I actually don't think we have it on our page yet, but if you like Hero Forge, it's very fun. Keep an eye on it. We'll have an affiliate link for that soon as well. And aside from that, guys, we'll catch you next week. Go take a long rest. Don't stare a Dracolisk in the eyes. It's very dangerous. And we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.